Talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Happy June, everybody. Happy June. It is Monday, June 1st. And by the way, you have 14 days left to get your television pitches in for you to have a shot at a $20,000 development deal. You heard me correctly. A $20,000 development deal. A $20,000 development deal to further boost up your idea for your show to be under possible green light, to be up for possible green light consideration for Peacock, Bravo, or NBC. If you need info on how to go about it, I did a whole live stream. Go to that. But after this one, okay, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all. As you guys know, the airline industry has been struggling, and smuggling to find its new energy. As we all know, there was the WOW Airlines, the purple airline, where they went to Iceland, that shut down. Then, of course, Spirit Airlines shut down, but then over $300 million somehow magically appears for that to come back. Well, there's another one called Easyjet, and it may be coming to the United States of America. We'll talk about that. Serena Williams may be making her return to the tennis court. Personally, I don't think she has to. I want to see her do commentary. And I feel like she's actually enjoyed her time off. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you do things for a season so you can be able to do things that you want to do for a lifetime. Sometimes you do what you want to do. Sometimes you do what you need to do for a season so you can do what you want to do for a lifetime. Sometimes you do what you need to do for a season so you can do what you want to do for a lifetime. Sometimes you do what you need to do for a season so you can do what you want to for a lifetime. Bars. Bounce TV and Scripps Sports did a brunch at the American Black Film Festival. We'll talk about that and give you my thoughts on Bounce TV and where they are. I did a whole live stream on the Stay Black Media. We did talk about Bounce TV. We also talked about Bounce being up for sale. Cynthia Erivo is done talking about Wicked. She is done. But I have something to say about that. Of course, as you guys know, we'll talk about that. Vasana Montgomery was going to be an islander on Love Island. I'll tell you why she will not be, okay? Then, of course, 47, what else is not going on with 47? I'll fill you in with everything you need to know, child. It's a lot. And then Ray J, child, he apparently wanted to follow in Bow Wow's footsteps, because y'all remember when Bow Wow wanted to be in the WWE? Well, apparently Ray J is a MMA fighter now. Let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, and two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you started it out right. But whenever you're in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is the new morning. Shout out to the 12 people here before that, 14 people. We see you. We value. We appreciate y'all. 11 people here now. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And do what you move as it is a brand new morning. And Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, Maggie Rodriguez. You're absolutely right on this channel. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because we got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. So let's get to it. We're going to go to the Financial Times first. Oh, my God. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Give me a moment, y'all. See, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. For those of you who don't know, people have been, these media companies have been saying, you know, you have to pay in order to get this, that, and the third. No. That's why we find a loop-de-loop, okay? That's exactly why we do what we do over here. So believe me, it's all good in the neighborhood. So let me do this here. Okay. Okay, you just found another way to get to the news. Okay, I'm trying to get back to y'all. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay, here we go. So let's get this from the Financial Times. Here we go. Right here from the Financial Times. Why does Castle Lake want to buy Easyjet? Budget carrier has large fleet, expensive airport slots, while its share price has been hit by the Iran crisis. So this is an overseas airline, okay? They have been booming for a very long time, but now it seems like they may be coming to the United States of America. Okay, so let's get into it. This came out May 30th right here. As the Iran war sent airline share prices tumbling, the boss of EasyJet was not surprised the carrier had attracted a large number of short sellers betting against it. Share prices moved against all airlines since the start of the conflict. Kenton Jarvis told the Financial Times in early March, we expect the markets to move and see an opportunity. 2 months later, U.S. private credit group Castle Lake believes it has seen an even larger opportunity to bid for the British low-cost airline, which has long attracted takeover speculation. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the count. 1, 2, 3, No. Okay, we'll move on. EasyJet's share price has fallen by nearly a third in the past 12 months, the worst in the European industry. The Stocks Europe total market airlines index is up 10% in the same period. EasyJet is down by a staggering 75%. By a staggering 75% rather since its peak 11 years ago. EasyJet is the animal at the back of the pack. They are most likely the next to be picked up. Charlton, an analyst who runs aviation advocacy. Castle Lake's statement on Friday evening said its plans were at an early stage and that there is no certainty of a bid. Yet the announcement sparked discussion from industry executives, analysts, and investors as to what the U.S. jet financier wants with UK's Orange Airline. Possible options include continuing to run as an airline, operating it with a view to selling to another airline, as Castle Lake did last year with Air France. KLM took a majority stake in SAS, or breaking it up. Castle Lake's interest could flush out of bidders, possibly a long speculated offer from British Airways. BA's owner IAG has said it expects consolidation in the industry, and it has already been approached by several airlines, although several people close to the company say it is not in discussion with EasyJet. One explanation for Castle Lake's timing is pure optimism. EasyJet's falling share price puts its evaluation at Euro 3 BN, while it has Euro 434 MN of cash on hand. So let's see if I can translate that into US dollars. Pounds, that's what I meant to say. Euro, pounds, it's the currency system. So right here, apparently, for 3 billion British pounds, this is staggering, absolutely staggering. As y'all about to see here in just a minute. Come on. There we go. So yeah, that's $4,036,115,158.44. Yeah, I know. This is the time if you're going to strike, said one airline advisor. Buying aviation assets now isn't a daft moment, said Andrew Laudenberg at Barclays, because partially because EasyJet's assets are attractive and undervalued by share price. Additionally, Castle Lake, which has long experience lending to airlines and investing in aircraft, will free up cash from the sale of its stake in SAS to Air France. KLM completes the transaction, still waiting for regulatory approval. EasyJet has 70% of the fuel it needs for the summer, but it will face even higher costs if global oil prices stay elevated. Although they will have hedged for the summer, the concern is that oil prices stay high. One airline advisor. Analysts expect EasyJet's low cost rival Wizz Air. That's another airline there. Is more likely to fail in the midterm, rather, which would free up routes, planes, and passengers. So this is the guy that launched EasyJet Airlines back in the 1990s. Part of EasyJet's vulnerability is its business model. It started out in 1995 with the aim of making short-haul flying as cheap as buying a pair of trousers, but has found itself squeezed in recent years. Ryanair and Wizz Air offer even fewer frills and fly from cheaper airports, keeping their costs low, while traditional carriers such as British Airways have pared back their short-haul offering to look far more like a low-cost carrier. EasyJet is probably the most exposed of the European airlines because of the type of model, said Charlton. It is just a mini-me for the European Union long-haul legacy carriers, but without offering the business class seats that bring in extra revenue. EasyJet's founder, Sir Steltos Haji Atsaho, still holds about 15% of the company's shares. The European Union's rules prevent a non-European Union owner from holding a majority share of any European Union airline. These still apply to EasyJet as the UK remains in the European Union flying area despite Brexit, but the rules are malleable. For example, a deal will unlikely to be blocked by the European Commission if the alternative is an airline failing, analysts say. The company has a medium-term target of making a £1 billion of profit, aided by its holidays business, which has been growing strongly, but analysts expect it to make less than £100 million this year, down from £665 million a year ago. And that's a 10-figure goal looks distant today, said Laudenberg at Barclays. Its price/earnings ratio for last year is above the European average, but below that of global airlines. The business should be a favored investment opportunity for where there is a credible peace in the Iran conflict. Perhaps its fleet is the attraction for Laudenberg said, rather. Perhaps its fleet is the attraction for Castle Lake. EasyJet has 356 aircraft with another 287 on order. So we can find that. So they already have 356 aircraft plus 287. That means 643 jets. That's a lot of planes in the sky, okay? It will receive roughly 90 of these in the next 3 years. Some 42% of its aircraft are leased, although it owns almost all of the next generation models, the A32 Neo and the A321 Neo. Castle Lake is one of the airline's lease owners, people close to the business said. Even with only its current aircraft, analysts say the value of EasyJet's fleet is greater than the airline's market capitalization. The industry is short of planes after years of slower deliveries from Boeing and Airbus, forced many airlines to run older aircraft. However, the spirit of scarcity is beginning to ebb. Deliveries are increasing, while the bankruptcy of U.S. budget carrier Spirit Airlines freed up more than 100 planes, all narrow-body aircraft used by EasyJet and other short-haul carriers. Narrow-body supply is not anymore after the bankruptcy of Spirit, and given poor demand overall. So it is not very easy to flip that fleet, said one airline investor. EasyJet has landing slots at several prestigious airports, including in Brussels, Frankfurt, and Paris CDG, as well as a dominant position at London Gatwick. Its UK spread means that it is the default short-haul local carrier for many British citizens for whom EA's Heathrow base is too far away. John Strickland, who runs JLS Consulting, said a bid from Castlelake suggests confidence in the low-cost model in Europe in contrast to the United States, and equally in EasyJet's position as the second largest low-cost carrier here with valuable slot portfolio at numerous primary airports. So that is that there. So what do I think about this? Well, when I think about the airline industry, right, and I know what, some people have said, right, when it came to COVID. Why do the airlines need a bailout? Are you kidding me? Do y'all not know that Amazon is one of the biggest owners of airplanes with Prime Air, right? Also, too, I believe FedEx has airplanes, and also, too, UPS has airplanes as well. So if the airline industry doesn't get invested in, then all those cargo planes for all of our packages, they don't get sent to the warehouses to be, shipped and, shipped and sorted and everything in between. So I do think that the airline industry definitely should be saved. I mean, hello, without airplanes, like how's everybody going to get to all these conferences and conventions and everything in between, right? And by the way, speaking of that, I saw that Hong Kong is having their first Comic-Con ever. Like, what in the what? It goes to show that history can still be made. But I do think the U.S. does need an ultra low-cost carrier. I know Southwest Airlines is changing from that into more of a general airline. A lot of people are not liking Southwest Airlines. Now, there is a new rule that you don't have to buy an extra seat anymore if you're a plus-size person. Saw that this morning before I got on tour with you all. But I do think that there should be a low-cost carrier, because what ends up happening is when you have somebody who is a disruptor, it causes the industry to make it do what it do and make selection more accessible and available to people. So, like, for example, if I got out of Hollywood, I started doing all these shows, right? For example, bring these virtual tour live, or bring these virtual tour, which would be the actual show. Let's just say me bringing, give me a moment here. Trying to have the video pop up. StreamYard. There we go. So let's just say that this show is on Peacock, right? And let's say that the show is on Peacock, right? It's a Peacock original. And I'm bringing on content creators as guests for the first time ever in mainstream media. Do you not know that the Today Show will start doing that? Do you not know that Good Morning America, CBS Mornings, Entertainment Tonight, we don't have Access Hollywood anymore, unfortunately. I know. Out of all decisions to make, why get rid of the Entertainment News magazine that can help your media company always have guaranteed promotion? But hey, that's neither here nor there. ABC does have an Entertainment News magazine. Then you have, I think, who else? You got the E! Network, which I don't know if they still do E! News or not. But I'm saying all that to say that you do need diversification. Diversification is not just getting coming up. It is the platforms that people can have access to, and how available those platforms can be. So I do think there should be an ultra low cost carrier in the United States. I do. And like I said, I don't know where Spirit Airlines is right now in terms of their raising money. Let me check this. Spirit Airlines update. Okay. So Spirit says most customers have been refunded. Okay, most of them have been refunded. Let's see. Spirit Airlines fundraising update. Okay, so the last update was 4 weeks ago. Let's see. We go to let's buy spiritair.com and see what's going on. Okay, so they are still in the process of creating legal structures, right? That's where they are right now. So the audit total, $337 million. That's where they are right now, right? So, and you can still make it do what it do with your vote. All you gotta do is invest in $45. That is one vote, which is not bad at all. So, so yeah, that's still going on. So let's continue on here with this because this is some news right here. Here we go. From Reuters.com, Easyjet says possible U.S. bid highly opportunistic as shares jump. Here we go. So Easyjet says timing of interest highly opportunistic. Iran conflict depressing stock price. Airline says board confident in current strategy. Castle Lake holds 2.14% Easyjet stake. U.S. investment firm has until June 26th for formal bid. So this came out today. British budget airline Easyjet said on Monday that potential takeover by U.S. investment firm Castle Lake was highly opportunistic as the prospect of an approach boosted shares that have tumbled since the start of the Iran war. Castle Lake said on Friday it was in the early stages for a possible offer for Easyjet that would be over $403.23 per share. Though no approach has been made to its board, it has until June 26th to make a firm bid or walk away. EasyJet's shares jumped as much as 13% on Monday before pairing gains to trade at 425 pence per share. They had closed at just 398 pence on Friday before Castle Lake's announcement. EasyJet, which has a market capitalization of $3.37 billion, which would be $4.53 billion, has seen its share slide 16% this year, most of that since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran in late February as fuel prices rose and consumer confidence weakened. It said on Monday that it had not held talks with Castle Lake, but would assess any potential offer if one was made, given its duty to maximize shareholder value. The board notes the highly opportunistic timing when EasyJet's share price is temporarily depressed due to the current situation in the Middle East and its impact on consumer confidence in jet fuel prices. It said a statement. The board remains highly confident in EasyJet's strategy and its ability to deliver attractive long-term value for shareholders. EasyJet soars from takeover interest from U.S. firm Castle Lake. The British airline calls the timing a bit timing a bit interesting and opportunistic as Iran war hits its evaluation. So this was EasyJet, January 2026. And right here, the shares declined right here, but it seems like it's back on an upward swing there. Hurdles to a full takeover. Analysts say Castle Lake had the firepower to bid for EasyJet. They consider a full takeover unlikely because European Union and British regulatory restrictions, which prevent more than 50% of the airline being held outside of the block of 26 members for the United Kingdom. So that is EasyJet. There we'll watch a video and imagine see what the inside of EasyJet plane looks like here in a minute. Castle Lake already owns a 32% stake in Scandinavian carrier SAS. According to the airline's most recent report, EasyJet warned last month that its full-year forecast remained uncertain as the Iran conflict drove up fuel costs while summer bookings were behind last year. Castle Lake said separately on Monday that it held a 2.14% stake in EasyJet, making it a top 10 shareholder. LSEG data shows. The investment firm has aviation sector experience, largely as a lender and aircraft lessor. It has been expanding its presence through a platform backed by billions of capital to finance airlines and aircraft assets. Share price consistently undervalued. Barclays analyst Andrew Lodenberg said EasyJet's share price consistently undervalues its assets. EasyJet has struggled to recover since its valuation since the COVID-19 pandemic, but it has managed to boost its results thanks to a successful holiday business and efficient Airbus fleet. So I'm guessing the Jet2 holiday British people are looking at us like, that's not what Jet 2 holiday means. I'm gonna take a Jet 2 holiday to get it in the ass. That's not what that means. That's what the British people are saying. There has been speculation. There has been speculation of a takeover bid for Easyjet for years, as it has faced a tough challenge from rival Ryanair. It slots at Gatwick Airport as well as in key hubs in Paris, and Geneva, make it a potentially interesting takeover candidate. Larger players looking to expand their footprint. But investors have pointed to the possible competition challenges that could arise if Europe's major airline groups were to take Easyjet, particularly British Airways owner IAG or Air France KLM. Lodenberg said any deal would need to have regard for ownership and control rules. He said it would also need to take into account the relationship with Easyjet founder Steptos Haji Anu, whose concert party owns 50% of the company, collects a 0.25% revenue royalty fee for the brand which it owns. So that is everything you need to know there. Now let's see a video of it. And don't worry, y'all. Tonight will be Roa, so we'll do that tonight live at I believe 6 p.m. We'll do that. So, I'm so ready for this damn reunion. Please let's get off of this show immediately on the double, okay? As soon as possible. I do this for y'all. I really do. Don't ever doubt that I don't care about y'all. Okay, so let's see here.
Some basketball fans know every team's home record, road performance splits, how teams perform on back-to-back.
Shout out to Flight Formula for this. Let's see what's going on here with this.
Today, we're flying Easyjet, like about 90 million other people will this year. So this flight won't be particularly interesting, or it probably won't be. But what I want to get into is the backstory. How a Greek guy, a small loan from his father, and how changes in the EU aviation regulations led to the world's 4th largest low-cost carrier, and how they're fundamentally different from their other European competitors. This one should be easy. Just leave it writing. This one should be easy. Hey.
Diamond.
So we've got Chris back again for this one. Now, you're a bit of a power user of Easyjet, aren't you?
We love Easyjet.
I have not flown Easyjet.
Okay, just skipping ahead just a little bit here. Just so we can see the inside of the plane and everything.
Fly With Me, which to this day is still, in my opinion, one of the best TV shows ever made. Go watch it if you haven't.
£1 to New York City! It is for booking fee of £480.
So yes, this was the early days. This is how Stelios got the airline off the ground quickly, and they're starting to make real waves, which brings me to Go. By 1997, Easyjet and Ryanair are making enough noise that British Airways realizes it has a problem. The low-cost model isn't a gimmick. it isn't a phase, there is a real demand for cheap flying in the UK. So BA comes knocking. Bob Ayling, the CEO at the time, quietly approaches Stelios about potentially buying Easyjet. Stelios, by his own telling, basically welcomes them in with open arms. He's young, his airline is only a few years old, and well, BA is BA. He takes the meeting and he shows them exactly how Easyjet works. He shows them their costs, the operations, the commercials, everything. And then BA walks away. No deal. Yeah, look, they were likely never seriously interested in buying the airline. They were just doing their market research because rather conveniently, a few months later, BA announces their own low-cost airline known as Go. It starts flying in May of 1998, it's based at Stansted, and it's aimed pretty much directly at Easyjet and Ryanair. Stelios is not the type of guy to take this lying down though. On the day Go opens for business, he, along with 9 other Easyjet staff, book seats on their inaugural flight from Stansted to Rome. They turn up in fluorescent orange boiler suits and hand out vouchers for free EasyJet flights to Go's paying passengers. There's cameras everywhere and the national newspapers are all over it. And it ends up being exactly the kind of media circus Stelios wanted it to be. And in case anyone somehow missed the point, EasyJet also paints on one of its 737s the slogan, "Stop BA, Stop Go." There was also a lawsuit here, and Go actually ends up being acquired by EasyJet a few years later. But we'll get back to that in a minute.
Very well, welcome to the National Square. The local time is 2 hours ahead of the UK. Therefore, it's just
Spectacular.
Now, up until this point, this story has mostly been about Fly With Me, which to this day is still, in my opinion, one of the best TV series Airline. This was a fly-on-the-wall, behind-the-scenes show that ends up running for 11 series from 1998 to 2007. And the show is absolutely massive. At its peak, it's pulling over 12
This is the inside of the plane.
million viewers per episode, and it was the 3rd biggest thing on British television.
So there's the inside of the jet. Not bad, right? You update this with some digital seat backs, bring it over to the US, very easy, right? I think the biggest thing besides the European Union that you have to deal with is after Spirit, are people really down for an ultra low cost carrier? Because one of the biggest things that people said about Spirit was they did not really maintain their planes well. You heard about the engine that was on fire and that the planes weren't really where they need to be in terms of being safe and this, that, and the third. And it was always rickety, in terms of landing and all that stuff. You made fun of Spirit for a very long time. So I'm not saying that EasyJet will not come to the US, but it's going to have to be some, social hurdles and some capital hurdles. But most of all, it's going to have to be some synergy hurdles that's going to have to be overcome. But listen, anything is possible, right? So yes, indeed. Hey, 5 people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just starting the show. Glad to have all of you here. All right. Speaking of somebody who knows how to put on the show, let's talk about her. Serena Williams, everybody. Apparently, she may be coming back. Yes, indeed. Serena Williams' bowl return draws huge buzz. Shout out to rollout.com, celebrating 25 years onto the next 25 years. Reports say the winner of 23 majors could return at the Berlin Grass event. Here we go. One of the greatest careers in tennis history may be about to get a new chapter, rather, and it could begin on the grassy courts of Germany. Serena Williams is expected to make her much anticipated return to the sport at the Berlin tournament later this month, according to multiple reports out Germany. Where Serena Williams could make her return, German media outlets report that Williams is targeting the Berlin Grass Court event, which runs from June 15th to the 21st for her comeback. The venue carries a touch of history for her, since the last time she played there was in 2008, back when the tournament was still contested on clay. If the reports hold up, Berlin would mark her first singles event in 4 years and her first appearance anywhere since she stepped away. Williams has not confirmed any of it. The winner of 23 Grand Slam titles, good God, has stayed quiet about her intentions for months, even as the speculation refused to die down. 44, she would be attempting one of the most remarkable returns the sport has ever seen, rather, the road back from retirement. Williams walked away from tennis at the 2022 U.S. Opening at the U.S. Open, closing the book on a career that defined the era. The first real hint of a possible return came last year when she signed up for the sport's mandatory drug testing required step for anyone planning to compete. After completing the required testing period that lasts 6 months, she became eligible to enter professional events again on February 22nd. Even so, when asked about coming back in January, she said she has not made her mind up and would wait and see. A return on the grass always made the most sense with the clay season winding down. Few expect her to reappear during that stretch, which pointed attention toward the grass swing and the events in Berlin. Serena Williams, expected to come back to tennis, will be in Berlin later this month, according to multiple sources. The last time she played there was 2008. If you had to make a legendary return after retirement, why wouldn't you choose the coolest city in the world? Oh, my Lord Jesus, man. Oh, I got so many feelings on this. A possible Queen's doubles return to Berlin may not even be her first stop. Reports last week suggest Williams plans to play doubles at the Queen's Club event in London alongside Canadian rising star Victoria Montgomery, and that she had asked for a wild card into the main draw. Montgomery asked about it during the French Open, denied to confirm or declined to confirm or deny anything. And said any announcement was Williams to make. 5 stars who could greet Serena Williams in Berlin. Berlin rarely lacks star power. This year's no exception. A return there could pit Williams against elite company right away. The expected field includes first Irina Sabalenka, second Elena Rybakina, third Coco Gauff, fourth Marina Andreeva, and fifth Etina Stefana, with Montgomery also stayed to compete. That depth means Williams could draw a major name at her very first match back since 2022. For now, the tennis world is left waiting on word from Williams herself. Our older sister Venus continues to make the occasional appearance on tour. So here's the thing, right? What do I think about this destination? Now, y'all know that Venus and Serena, they have a podcast together, right? Now, of course, you're not going to talk about your of course you're not going to talk about your return to tennis on your podcast with your sister. You would, just be very cutesy, very mindful, very demure, and make it do what it do. Personally, I don't think she should do it. And I know what y'all gonna say. Come on, Braylon. Like, WNBA is rising up, and yes, I believe Gian Bryant should still be here, just like Kobe Bryant should be here, and Gian Bryant would be killing the game with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and everybody else, right? So women's sports are rising, right? And I could see that Serena Williams coming back would add to that, right? But also, too, she's won 23 Grand Slam titles. Like, there will be nobody to do what she's done, okay? You have to do 24 Grand Slam titles in order to beat her. And I think that the weight of what Serena has done is way too much for anybody to try to attempt. Sincerely, I know Coco Gauff is killing the game right now, but she's doing her own thing. And then you got Miss Osaka doing her thing in the world of tennis as well. But I don't think she should do it. I know. And wasn't all that, like, I think that she has really enjoyed her, retirement. She's been able to invest in businesses and been able to travel and be with her kids. And she's got a makeup line, Women Beauty. We reviewed that here on Burnley's Working for Live. So she's been productive. It's not like she hasn't been doing anything, but I don't know. I would like to see her do commentary. Like, the Olympics are coming up in 2028. Can we get Serena Williams to do commentary on NBC and NBC Sports? That would be cool, right? So that's my take on that. I don't think she should come back. I know. Y'all I know the comments will be like, Braylon, you're not supportive of a black woman. That's not the case, y'all. Like, I feel like we should not have our black legends or any legend in the world of media, culture, entertainment, sports, what have you. They should not have to keep doing something until their deathbed. Go back and watch, the United States versus Billie Holiday. Okay, you'll see what I mean. Like, there are some people that they work until they're dead. Some stuff can be remembered, y'all. Good damn. So Speaking of sports, let's talk about this here. Also for rollingout.com, celebrating 20 years wants to get on to the next 25 years here. Bounce and Scripps Sports Brunch heats up with American Black Film Festival in Miami Beach, okay? Athletes and industry leaders gather at the 30th annual American Black Film Festival in Miami Beach. Notable talent, influencers, athletes, media figures, and industry leaders gathered Saturday, May 30th for the Bounce Scripps Sports Brunch held during the 30th annual American Black Film Festival in Miami Beach. The event centered on storytelling, reinvention, wellness, style, and the growing intersection of sports, culture, and entertainment. Emmy award-winning sports and entertainment journalist Kelly Carter moderated the conversations. By the way, Kelly Carter also works at ABC ESPN, right, for Anscape. So she is definitely known for sure. Saying a tone that was direct, engaging, and freshly human. And look at all those black people. Look at Granddaddy. Hey, everybody, listen, I'm available. I'm looking for my sugar lump, and I need her to have all the lumps. Now this sister right here, she could be a contender. I say that with all the love in the world, man. Oh my God. I love what I do. Okay. So Sonia Richards-Ross, for those of you who may not remember her, she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sonia Richards-Ross on Stories Worth Telling. Olympic gold medalist Sonia Richards-Ross spoke on her upcoming series about Beyond the Curve with Sonia Richards-Ross, a platform dedicated to highlight inspiring stories for change makers navigating new chapters in life. The series features figures including Kirk Franklin, Jamel Hill, and Candy Burst, among others. Richards-Ross made clear that the work extends beyond athletes and centers on the courage it takes to evolve publicly and on your own terms. And by the way, I believe she has a clothing line as well that was a part of the Olympics as well. So she is definitely making it do what it do. So on the Silver Fox Squad, Confidence and Reinvention, Irving Randall, Kendall Gill, and Gene Titus, members of the Silver Fox Squad, brought one of the afternoon's most resonant conversations to the stage. Three spoke openly about confidence, healthy living, and what it means to redefine aging as black men over 50. All these men are over 50. Well done to y'all. Well done. Well done and well done. I mean, my Lord Jesus. I have to say, out of all of them, I like this look the best right here. This one, I think, does it right here. I mean, he got the blue shades with the blue and the yellow. Like, he ready to go. But all the brothers looking smooth. Okay, listen. Yes, indeed. Bounce previews paving lanes. Attendees also received the exclusive first look at paving lanes upcoming Bounce series that previewed at the brunch ahead of its debut. Lavana Farrell and Don Harper Nelson took to the stage to discuss life after competing competitive athletics and how their journeys shaped their personal growth, purpose, and impact beyond sports. Both spoke honestly about carrying the athletic discipline into an entirely different chapter of life. So it seems like that it's going to be like a docu-series, I guess, following these two ladies beyond athletics. So oh, come on now. Okay, there we go. Get back to y'all here. And apparently it's supposed to be coming out this fall. The show, a conversation still in motion. The Bounce Scripps Sports Brunch did not feel like a ceremony. It felt like a working session among people actively figuring out what comes next and wanting to say so out loud. From Richard Ross's commitment to amplifying change makers to the Silver Fox Squad's challenge to tired narratives about aging. The afternoon reinforced one clear idea: reinvention is not a detour; it is the destination. So, what do I think about this? First of all, I think it's wonderful that they are expanding themselves at Bounce TV. I think it's absolutely amazing. And also, too, I think in the same token, if we don't celebrate the progress that we're making, then corporations and the executives within those corporations can say, "Oh, they're not excited about this. We're not seeing activity. We can cut this off." Right. So that's basically how I'm feeling about this. So here's this here. So I want to show you guys this. Here we go.
I won the Olympics in one of my training partner's shoes. Michelle Perry. I had no shoes of my own, working 3 jobs, not able to pay my coach, but we're out here on a hope and a dream.
I thought I was world class when I was 5 years old. No one told me that the world was as big, because to me, I was the fastest in the world.
Everyone told me that I wouldn't be able to come back after the birth of my son, and it just irritated me. So I had to prove people wrong.
The fashion, the hair, the makeup, I looked at it as an opportunity to define myself in a male-dominated sport.
It's for all the people who supported you, who encouraged you, who loved on you, who sacrificed for you. This was all for them as well.
I have carried this model for a very long time, years, decades now, of make them say your name. Make them say your name. It's personal. It's just personal.
I won the Olympics.
So that was going to be on ION TV. Now, for those of you who don't know about ION TV, it's one of the biggest networks out there. They have started with WNBA coverage. That is where you can watch NCIS all day long in marathons. But apparently also, too, let me show y'all this. So there will be 3 new series. So Paving Lanes, right, will be a show. Then the Silver Fox Squad is going to be a show. And then Beyond the Curve. So 3 new shows to Bounce TV. Very, very exciting that Bounce TV is getting invested in. Because I remember the last time we talked about Bounce TV, it was up for sale. So see, sometimes if you just invest and allow things to breathe, you can win. Shocking concept, I know. So speaking of that, let me get this up here. Give me a moment. There we go. Let me do this. Okay. All right. So next destination here, Cynthia Erivo, everybody. Okay. She is just done talking about Wicked. Absolutely done with it. Okay. And as you guys know, after Wicked for Good, there was a lot of talk in the beginning of the press tour. And during the press tour of should there be a Wicked 3? Bowen Yang said he's done. But some people are open. Mara Morble, the beautiful Michelle Yeoh, said that, you know, if the director, John Chu, asked her to come back, she would say yes in a heartbeat. So it fluctuates between the yeses and the nos, right? Shout out to Rollin.com. Celebrating 25 years on to the next 25 once again. Cynthia Erivo weighs in on Wicked 3. The actress isn't ready to revisit Elphaba and says the story may already be complete. Cynthia Erivo is not ready to talk about third Wicked film and may never be. The actress who earned the Oscar nomination, right, for Best Actress of her portrayal for the 2024 film Wicked, which she should have won. Okay, should have won it. She should have won it. Don't fight me on it. Is drawing a firm line around speculation that has been swirling since the release of its 2025 sequel, Wicked for Good. Fans and industry watchers have wondered whether the cast might reunite for another installment, but Erivo is stepping back from that conversation entirely. She told Variety it was too soon to even begin having the conversation, adding that any return would need genuine creative justification that has to make sense, she said, and right now it simply does not. So we're going to go to...
And I sort of go... I remember the song, but can't remember the title of the song. I love Wicked, but I've just talked about it ad nauseum. Did I say that?
Hang on, I'm trying to find.
I'm gonna be free or die. Oh, that was from Harriet. I'm gonna be free or die. I think the whole story moves me, to be honest. But I think when she finally goes back to get her family, we needed to get a shot by the end of the day, and the sunlight was running out, and the weather was coming in, and we were about to get some rain. Just as we got there, the rain stopped, sun came out, and there was a rainbow. It all felt a little bit like. Oh, we're really gonna try and get one from Wicked, aren't we? You're the only friend I ever had. This is Alphabet and Wicked. You're the only friend I ever had. Do you mind if we do another question that isn't about Wicked? Because I feel like I've spent the last 2 years talking about it, and I think that we have an opportunity to start talking about something else. Is that okay? And I love Wicked, but I've just talked about it ad nauseum. Okay. Oh, lovely. Can't hide us any longer. It makes me weak. That is one of my songs.
It's always cool to see RSB.
I remember the song, but can't remember the title of the song. I Might Be in Love with You. That's the one.
So let's continue on. A story that feels finished. The two films were adapted from the 2003 stage musical by Stephen Schwartz and Wendy Halseman, which drew from Jerry Maguire's 1995 novel Wicked, the Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, rooted in L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. That layered source material gave both films a strong literary foundation, but for the people who built the story, the central arc feels complete. Schwartz, speaking with the Angler, confirmed he has reunited with Halseman on new material tied to the Oz world, but made clear it would not pick up where Glinda Elphaba left off. He described the work as an adjunct rather than a sequel, knowing that the story between those two characters have reached their natural end. Expand the Oz universe, Schwartz pointed to the broad possibilities of the Oz world presents, comparing its potential to the way the Star Wars universe has produced acclaimed standalone projects that hold up on their own terms. Baum wrote far more than just The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, he know it, and Maguire has published several novels beyond original Wicked, all of it offering ground that has not been yet explored on screen. Still, Schwartz was direct about the standard any new project would need to meet. A creative justification beyond commerce would be required. He said no idea presented so far has cleared that threshold. For Erivo, that bar apparently appears equally high. Her performance as Elphaba was widely recognized as a career-defining role. Returning to it would demand a story strong enough to warrant it. Until that story exists, she seems content to let the green makeup stay in the past. Now, first of all, what do I think about this? I love Cynthia Erivo's answer. I talked about for 2 years. I love it, but can we move on to something else? And I don't think she was trying to dismiss it. I think she was saying there's just more to my artistry. And I think every artist should have that mindset of, should there be more to me? However, I do have something to say about Wicked 3, because once again, after seeing Wicked for Good, I was so inspired and I wanted to do a live stream. And so we did that right here, right? So we did this 6 months ago on November 23rd, 2025. So a year ago, right here. So this video, titled The Wicked 3 Movie Breakdown Town Hall, features content creator Brandon Lee hosting a discussion about the possibility of a third Wicked film. Following the success of Wicked for Good, the host uses AI-generated concepts to explore potential storylines and themes for a hypothetical sequel. Key takeaways from the discussion: AI-generated concepts. The host explores 4 distinct concepts for potential Wicked 3 or 4, including the Emerald Star focuses on the aftermath of Elphaba's departure and the rise of tyranny in Oz. The Green Reckoning explores a world a few months after Elphaba's supposed death and the rise of a mysterious leader named. The Grimmery Awakens, as you guys remember, at the end of the book, at the end of the movie, rather, the Grimmery Awakens. So we get to hopefully find out what's going on with that. Focuses on the power of the Grimmery and the themes of legacy, and then the Grimmery legacy alternative revolving around the book. So I was like, well, if we can't do a third movie, could we do the Grimmery legacy television series, right? Right here, the host references interviews with Wicked for Good co-writer Dana Fox, and so hints at the end of the second theory as inspiration for these theories. The discussion centers on the desire for Alphabet to fully embrace the hero's journey and for the franchise to provide satisfying conclusions to the Odd universe. The host explicitly emphasized throughout the video that none of these film concepts are official. The town hall serves as a speculative exercise meant to foster community conversation and fan engagement. So, let's see here. There's a thing I did mention something about Elphaba's daughter, right? Right here, the speaker speculates about the possibility of Elphaba having a daughter in the potential Wicked 3 film. He draws a comparison to Ariel from The Little Mermaid having a daughter, suggesting it would make sense for the movie adaptation to introduce a daughter character. Additionally, during discussion of the Grimmery Awakens concept, the speaker suggests that a new character named Serena, a sorceress born of the winds, whose magic resembles Elphaba, could potentially be Elphaba's daughter, though he knows that this is just one of the main narrative possibilities explored. Right, so little mini Elphaba could be there, and then TV series. So right here, the host does touch on the possibility of expanding the Wicked universe beyond feature films, but the primary focus of the discussion on hypothetical third and potentially fourth movie. The host suggests that certain lore elements, such as the Will of Variance, could be adapted into a 13-episode TV series to explore the underlying magic of that world. Additionally, the fans in the community have suggested continuing the story through a series format that could adapt to other books in the universe, such as Son of a Witch. So Elphaba has a son. Does not have a daughter, but as we know, movies are open to interpretation, right? So you do have that, and then I'm gonna type in Wicked 4. Man, isn't it nice when you can utilize your own content? Key takeaways regarding a fourth potential film. Now, this is a stretch, okay? Story structure: the host speculates that if Wicked 3 focuses on Elphaba's path to redemption via the Emerald Scarring Reckoning. Wicked 4 could then revolve around the legacy and power of the Grimmery to provide the definitive end to the series. General expansion: the host notes that potential fourth entry could introduce the next generation, such as a child of Elphaba and Pharaoh, which could then transition to adaptations of other books in the universe, like Son of a Witch. Fan sentiment: the host emphasized that while fourth film could be successful, many fans feel that Wicked 3 and 4 should be the absolute limit, as Wicked 5 could risk diluting the magic of the franchise. I agree. I think that if you're going to do a Wicked 3, it should be Elphaba coming back one final time and her getting her hero's welcome, because she never got that. She left the world of Oz, so she should get that. And then, of course, Wicked 4 should be about the Grimmery, and then introducing the daughter and the son of Elphaba and Pharaoh. So that's just my take, Cynthia Erivo. Okay, Steven Schwartz. I know y'all don't know. I know y'all know. I know that y'all know I don't exist to y'all. Okay, but it's just a thought. Okay, Wicked is that franchise that the lifetimes that it has in the world of fandom is so huge. And not to mention, too, Mark Woodbury said this is a theme park waiting to happen, which we also talked about Wicked Dominion for Epic Universe and Elphaba being in Dark Universe. So go back and watch that stream as well. All right. So we got to go from Wicked, right, the movie franchise, to something very wicked, disturbing, and just of a energy rather happening. So let's get to it. From Variety.com, Love Island USA dismisses a cast member for using the N-word for the second year in a row. Okay, Love Island USA dismisses a cast member for using the N-word for the second year in a row. Love Island USA dismisses a cast member for using the N-word for the second year in a row. Let's get into it. So this person right here, okay, her name is Vasana Montgomery. So for the second year in a row, Love Island USA has kicked an islander out of the Ville after social media posts surfaced of them using the N-word. Vasana Montgomery will no longer appear in the reality dating series, which returns to Peacock on June 2nd. That is tomorrow. The news just comes 2 days after the season 8 cast announcement, repeating the uncomfortable pattern. Last year, Yulisa Escobar, don't know she's related to Pablo Escobar, was removed during the second episode because of videos of her using the same slur. Later in the season, Sierra Ortega exited for a similar reason. She used a racist term for Asian people that she claimed she had no idea was a slur. Yeah. Montgomery is shown using the N-word in 2 different videos currently circulating online. In one video, she says "knock knock in" while playing what appears to be a shooting game at an arcade. In the other, she's sitting in a car rapping alongside to a video that uses the N-word. It appears that both videos were originally posted to private accounts and weren't surfaced publicly until after the cast announcement, meaning they would not have been able to be viewable during Peacock's vetting process. So you do have to go online and put in your information, and then they do what they do to see if you can be a cast member or not. Montgomery's 25 years old, from Beaverton, Oregon, in Peacock's cast announcement to you. She says, "I think I'm the full package. I own a business. I live alone. I have a dog." If you were to ask my friends what my type is, they'd show you the world map. Love Island USA will air new episodes throughout its premiere week, followed by episodes each day except Wednesdays. Ariana Maddox, who is from Vanderpump Rules, formerly serves as host, while Ian Sterling narrates, and executive producers include David George, Adam Scheer, Jordan Hoshman, Bernie Safer, Ben Thursby, Palmer, James Baker, Blake Garrett, Courtney Rosenfeld, Sophie Brown, Richard Cowles, Mike Spencer, Tom Gould, Ali Hill, and Mario Oxley. ITV America produces in association with the Entertainment and Motion Entertainment. So, what do I think about this? Well, as we know, dating series have been struggling, schmuggling. We know the lawsuits of Love is Blind, okay? Dressing rooms, having cockroaches, and, making the cast members be drunk, this, that, and the third. We all know the problems with Bachelor Nation, from racism and sexism and, classism, with the production staff and crew. And, of course, Taylor Frankie, who... Child, ABC may put out the season. We don't know officially as of yet. Taylor Frankie's a crazy one, because the day before she was supposed to fly to LA to start her journey, she slept with her ex. Charming. And now you have Love Island with somebody being removed for saying the N-word. So what does this say about reality TV? I think this goes to show something that Chris Harrison said, even though Chris Harrison is going to have a white dating show on Fox Nation coming up very soon. We talk about that on Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Is that dating shows have become more about, social media, influencers and people trying to make their break in the world of Hollywood than actual dating. And so I think maybe dating needs a refresh. As y'all know, I told y'all about the NBC Universal launch unscripted accelerator competition, where you can win a $20,000 development deal for your TV show idea. I have submitted a dating competition or competitions, okay? But of course, the thing that you have to recognize as let me say this on the big screen. The thing I recognize as an independent artist or content creator is what you think may be a fun concept may not translate well on television, right? Because when you submit these concepts to NBC Universal, or you submit these concepts to a production company that accepts submissions, it's few and far in between, but you can find some. I think Backhanded Entertainment is one of them, along with many others. But you have to recognize the show that you have to pitch, it has to have an energy that, regardless if nobody watches the episode, if you can succinctly talk about would people be curious to watch. So it's more about the bottom line, about how much they can get out of the show rather than the creativity of the show, which it should be reversed. It should be how much can they get out of the bottom line of the creativity of the show, which will then determine how much financial capital they can get out of the show. But that's just me, though. But not surprised, though. Not surprised. Now, let's get to 47. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my God. That's a lot. By the way, can I just say this? Just as a side note, shout out to Jerika Duncan. She is a very classy journalist. And honestly, I know that CBS News won't do this because they are now MAGA News. And I know CBS won't do this because it is MAGA television at this point. But I think they should put Jerika Duncan at the evening news anchor desk. I know a black woman in the evening news would be like, oh my God. But have you seen Tony DeCopel? He was better on CBS Mornings. I don't know if he could go back to CBS Mornings because I don't know if they've done any, auditions and stuff like that. I think the last time I heard about CBS Mornings, Jeff Zucker was trying to fight for Matt Lauer to come back to television, and then Barry Weiss wants to get Josh Elliott back in the fold. So it's a kid and caboodle of a mess. Let's watch.
President Trump says he likes his wins quick and decisive, but peace with Iran remains elusive. The Strait of Hormuz is closed, and gas prices, well, they're still high. And now there's new trouble on the home front. The president didn't speak in public this weekend, but he did express his frustration on social media over several setbacks. CBS's Olivia Gazis is at the White House and leads us off tonight with more on that part of the story. Olivia.
Good evening, Jerika. The upcoming celebrations for the nation's founding meant to unite the country have become a source of political conflict as President Trump pushes plans to celebrate America's birthday and his own.
Between golf outings this weekend, President Trump fired off a social media broadside, attacking one judge who ruled his name be pulled off the Kennedy Center and another who ordered a stop to the above-ground White House ballroom construction. The president also targeted musical acts who have pulled out of Freedom 250 celebrations, calling them overpriced singers and floating a MAGA rally as a replacement, even though Interior Secretary Doug Burgum insisted the events would be politically neutral.
Some musicians want to play music for everybody, and some musicians seem to have segmented their audiences. But this is Freedom 250, and the celebration of the 250 is a nonpartisan event.
The administration is also proposing a $250 bill with the president's image.
I think it's fitting.
You heard that correctly. You heard that correctly. A $250 bill with the president's face on it. Now, I'm going to just be real with y'all. Every American brand that has been putting red, white, and blue labels on their products, I just feel like these are like the sponsors low-key for like the Freedom 250 and the New York ball drop that's going to happen now. Of course, we're talking about the New York ball drop that won't have 1 million people in Times Square. But CNN is throwing something with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen, right? I just feel like all these products are just going to be at the White House. Like, Evan Williams is going to be the official whiskey for the White House party. McDonald's is going to be the official food sponsor for the White House party. Like, I feel like all the products that we have seen with America 250 are just going to be at the White House for this big party that the president's going to throw. That's just going to have white people only at it and people who kowtow to him. Sincerely, I've been feeling that for a very long time, but let's keep going. But yes, you heard that correctly. A $250 bill. Now, first of all, How is grocery stores and how are gas stations and how are restaurants going to take a $250 bill? Like we go up to like $100 bill, right? So, and not to mention too, you ain't want to raise anybody's wages. And like I said, this should be a meme right here. It's like, hey, this is a good idea. If I send you this meme, it's like, hey, you know what? You're just as dumb as this guy. Okay, so let's continue on.
Image.
I think it's fitting. President Trump is the president during our 250th anniversary.
Democrats point out federal law prohibits putting any living person on U.S. currency.
He wants to put his name on our money, on our passports, on our park passes. We have to stop him.
This will be the kitchen floor.
Ahead of his own 80th birthday celebration in June, the president walked his daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, through construction of the White House ballroom and the massive UFC fighting cage now towering over the South Lawn.
You heard that correctly. So let's go back. So this is the ballroom. Okay, now the ballroom has been halted on construction, but the underground bunker can still go. And he tore down a significant part of the White House, which was, I think, the East Wing. Now, personally, the White House should be cited as a National Historic Landmark that can never be torn down. And when that happens, you usually have to check in with a committee to approve anything. And then right here is going to be a UFC ring. So there's going to be a UFC fight at the White House as the president is going to be turning 80 years old. But yet he talked about Sleepy Joe being 81. Child.
Ballroom and the massive UFC fighting cage now
This is where our money's going to.
Lawn.
Everyone says, oh, he did it for his birthday. And it's Sunday night, June 4th.
Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? That is the image of when the president almost got taken out. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, come on. Really? Who is happy about this presidency? I mean, it seems like more people are against him than for him. And to everybody on that side that you voted for him, you elevated him. Megyn Kelly, I'm looking at you. Candace Owens, I'm looking at you. Officer Tatum, I'm looking at you. Okay? Nick Fuentes, all of y'all. Go lay there, roll over, and take it, in the words of Maurice Scott, who said that to his wife, Kimmy, when she was going through cancer. Lay there, roll over, and take it. Lay there, roll over, and take it. You don't get to say you don't like him now. No, you hitched your wagon to him, and it is what it is. We tried to tell y'all. We tried to warn y'all. We said, please, for the love of, care about the country. But no, we got a president who has put an image of him when he almost got taken out. Remember that metaphor I said about how, a kid should quit running too fast and eventually the kid gets hit? That analogy, you could put 1 + 1 and make it equal 2. Okay, listen, I'm not wishing that, but after 4 attempts, I would just step down, personally. Okay, my life is more important than running the country. But this is it. And how offending you have your own family member interviewing you.
That happened.
It says my view. Child, it's not your view, it's Fox's view, and they're using you as a conduit. As Stephen A. Smith said, the natural selection of Fox. Child, just because you're the natural selection of ESPN doesn't mean that they chose you because you're talented. They chose you because you could be the puppet for them to be able to say what they want to say about black people and everybody else. And that's why you're getting paid $100 million. We'll pay you $100 million contract to be mean to blacks and everybody else. Okay? And we'll let you cause havoc everywhere else. Just do what we say. That's it.
It happens to be Flag Day, and it happens to be my birthday, but that happened to be the best night for it.
Yeah.
Flag Day, and it happened June 14th.
Ring over the South Lawn.
Everyone says, oh, he did it for his birthday. And it's Sunday night, June 14th. It happens to be Flag Day, and it happens to be my birthday, but that happened to be the best night for it. Everyone says, oh, he did it for his birthday. And it's Sunday night, June 14th. It happens to be Flag Day.
Give me a moment. When is America's 250th birthday? So the 250th birthday is on July 4th, of course, right? But then so his birthday is June 14th, right? And for his birthday, it's the 80th celebration. For his 80th birthday celebration is going to be a massive UFC ring, right? Okay, so UFC fireworks and military show. And so Flag Day is on the same day. Child, I cannot and see, this goes back to my theory of the 250th birthday, all of those companies that have been doing the 250th thing, those are going to be at his party. I'm telling you right now. Now listen again.
Long.
Everyone says, oh, he did it for his birthday. And it's Sunday night, June 14th. It happens to be Flag Day. And it happens to be my birthday, but that happened to be the best night for it.
While those plans move forward, there is still no indication of a breakthrough in talks with Iran. CBS News has confirmed the president made further edits to the pending deal, now sent back to the Iranians to review. Tarika?
Olivia Ghazi is at the White House. Thank you.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. So let's continue on. Wait a minute. Okay, breaking news. Y'all, you never know what's going to happen when we're live on tour. So before we get to the news here, USA Today is breaking the news right here as we are live. Y'all see it. Hang on, wait. There we go. Y'all see it right there. Breaking. Serena Williams is back. The tennis great will play her first match in almost 4 years. Let's go to this. Then we'll get back to our destination. Okay, so just give me a moment here. Here we go. We just talked about this morning. And here we go. From USA Today, Serena Williams is back. Tennis great has wild card for Wimbledon warm-up, okay? So Serena Williams' evolution is bringing her back to the tennis court. Williams will play doubles at the HSBC Championships, a warm-up tournament for Wimbledon, on a wild card tournament confirmed Monday, June 1st. It will be her first match in almost 4 years. Williams has not played since the 2022 U.S. Open, saying in August of that year she was evolving away from tennis. The HSB Championships, also known as Queen's Club, begins June 8th in London. So we did just talk about the Queen's Club in that rollingout.com article. It wasn't immediately clear who Williams will play with. She is a 14-time Grand Slams doubles champion and a 3-time Olympic gold medalist in doubles. Those titles were won with her sister Venus. Queen's Club feels like the perfect place to begin this next chapter. Williams said in the tournament's release announcing her return. Grass has given me some of the most meaningful moments of my career. I'm excited to be back competing on one of the sport's most iconic stages. So our outlets report that Williams' part will be Canadian Victoria Mokobo, currently ranked 9th in the world in singles, asked last week about at the French Open rally about the potential partnership. Mokobo said that was an announcement for Williams to make. I feel like if she's ready to come back on her own terms, then I feel like it's up to her to announce that. But other than that, I really don't have much to say. Mokobo said the moment it's all up to her when she is ready to come back. All tournaments, all the majors included, reserve a few spots in the draw for wild cards, which can be given to the up-and-comers, local players, or in Williams' case, a returning star. When Williams returned in the summer 2022 after a year-long absence following a leg injury, she was given a wild card into Wimbledon. Williams would no doubt get another wild card for Wimbledon if she wants to play this year. Any turn will be happy to have the 23-time Grand Slam champion, who remains one of the biggest names in all of sports. Indeed, Wimbledon response to the video Williams posted confirming her return was noticeable. Serena back on grass, Wimbledon Road, added with a great heart emoji. The Queen returns. Okay, so this was the tweet right there on Twitter. All eyes have been on Williams. Williams' future has been the source of much speculation in recent months. The 44-year-old raised eyebrows last fall when she rejoined the International Tennis Integrity Agency's drug testing pool requirement to play again. She revealed in August that she lost 31 pounds after going on GLP-1 drug, which she has promoted AG1 for a good while, and credited the medication with finally helping to relieve the joint pain she has had since having her first daughter, Olympia, in September 2017. So there she is there, making it do what it do. But Williams shot down the idea of a comeback, calling it wildfire. OMG, y'all, I'm not coming back. This wildfire is crazy. Williams wrote on Twitter on December 2nd. And First Take just got off the air. Like, this would be a great topic to talk about. But, of course, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, I'm sure the sports sector of YouTube will be talking about this as we're live talking about it right now. Williams had to be in the pool for 6 months to be eligible. Again, according to ITIA's website, she was reinstated February 22nd of this year. Williams dodged additional questions about her return, but rumors gained new steam in March when Alicia Parks posted her video of practicing with Williams. Parks told the Tennis Channel that they were heading together about 3 times a week. So, I mean, come on. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, just because you step away from tennis doesn't mean that you don't still play tennis on your downtime for fun. Come on now. She's hitting Dead Park, sold the tennis channel, and on March 19th, she's definitely fit. She looks great. She's hitting the ball amazing. But if Williams was played this summer, she had to make an announcement soon. On Monday, she confirmed her return with a post, with an Instagram post with longtime sponsor Nike. In the video, Williams surprised the tennis court walks her bag after her phone repeatedly buzzed and rang. So we'll see that Instagram post here in a minute. Yes, everybody heard the news flashes across the screen as Williams is heard say, "I gotta change my number. Good news travels fast," Williams wrote on the post. The news was met with excitement from the tennis world beyond. Carolyn Wozniacki, one of Williams' closest friends, and herself a Grand Slam champion, responded with a fire emoji and clapping hands. Lindsey Vonn, who made her own comeback after almost 6 years away from Alpine skiing, wrote LFG with 2 bicep emojis. Track star Asa Felix, who recently announced her own comeback, said yes with 3 fire emojis. Serena is one of the greatest athletes of all time for legacy that extends far beyond court. Valerie Camino, chair of the WTA, said statement her return is an expression of her passion for competition. I can't wait to see her face a new generation of top players. Serena Williams, 23-time Grand Slam winner and cultural icon. Williams is one of the greatest tennis players of all time, male or female, with 23 Grand Slam titles won over 3 different decades, but her influence has stretched far beyond the game. Williams shared the idea that female tennis players need to be dainty, like women, embracing her muscles and her curves. She played into her 40s, winning the 2017 Australian Open while pregnant with her first child, and returned to the tour after having Olympia. Can you imagine when you grow up? It's like, how did you feel about your mom playing tennis while you were in her belly? Like, what? Once in a lifetime situations, everybody. Shot spotlight on the crisis of maternal health care for Black women. She started her own investment company, Serena Ventures, to address the imbalance of venture capital. She's part owner of the NFL's Miami Dolphins, the NWSL's Angel City, and the WNBA's expansion franchise Torino Tempo. I kind of understood that someone who looks like me needs to start writing big checks. Williams wrote in August 2022 essay for Vogue. Sometimes like attracts like men around those big checks to one another, and in order for us to do that, more people who look like me need to be in that position, giving the money back to themselves. When Williams stepped away after the U.S. Open in 2022, it was in part because she and her husband, Alex Ohana, wanted more children. Believe me, I never wanted to have to choose between tennis and family. I don't think it's fair, Williams wrote in an August 9th, 2022 essay in Vogue. She wrote that one day before my birthday. That's crazy. Mom turned 41 this month, is something this guy give. Williams had her second daughter, Adria, in August 2023. In an interview with Port published December 1st, 2025, Williams said not playing tennis was still difficult, but she missed it less than she once had. Not as much as this time last year, she told the magazine, no matter how prepared you are to retire, particularly if you're doing something every day at such a high level, it's hard. I really prepped myself the best way I could. It's still something that's a little difficult. So there it is there. So Serena Williams is back, y'all, in the world of tennis. What a way to start off a Monday. Like Friday, we found out the Milagro Grams is now a journalist. She's got to pay $75,000 and she's allowed to cheat and nobody wants her no more. And then Monday, we start off with a great legend coming back to tennis. What a great way to begin summer. I mean, sincerely, just my God, hey, I'm loving it. So she will be at the HSBC Championships, known as Queen's Club, begins June 8th in London. I am sure people are booking their trips to London, England right now. So there it is there, that breaking news there. Oh my God, wow. This is why I love doing the show live, because like, can you imagine me doing 7 videos on 7 different topics, right? But with live, we're able to bring it to you as it's happening in real time. So there you go. We broke some news live, everybody. How cool was that there? And let me tell you how much I am loving this. Give me a moment.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I am loving it that much that Serena Williams is coming back to tennis. We just broke the news, everybody. Welcome in to this virtual tour live right here, 12:10 p.m. So literally live breaking right now. So we're still on tour. About to talk about the president of the United States, what's going on with him, and then we saw this news right here. Right here. So Serena Williams is back. The tennis great will play her first match in almost 4 years. I'm screenshotting that just because I just want that for my own personal collection. That is amazing. So you never know what happens when we're live on tour. Okay, y'all, let's get to this here from USA Today. I know we got to go from greatness to tragicness. I know. As star snub Concert 47 said, he will headline the Freedom 250 event. Did you realize that your inauguration was not where it needed to be in terms of the size of it? And by the way, my friend Phil Mecker tried to talk about the Obama Center. I'm like, excuse me, sir. Obama is more beloved than the president. If we could take down the president, and what I mean by take down the president, I mean him being removed from office and put Obama in, everybody would be happy right now. Don't even do that, Phil Mecker. I love you, bro, but no. Okay? Everything has a purpose with him. 47, his presidential center is all the projects he's doing. Okay, so and all the rules that he's doing for himself to be, financially fulfilled, that's his presidential center. So let's not do this. Wary of seeming arson, musicians pulled out of the lineup in recent days. 47 said his role as the new headliner, the man who gets much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime. And he disrespected Elvis Presley. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Every Elvis impersonator, Graceland is waking up like, I know you fucking. Excuse me? Excuse me. Oh my God. The fact that he disrespected Elvis, that lets you know where we are. Okay. Like when Elvis passed away, there were people outside the gates of Graceland for months, leaving candles and flowers and everything else. Like Graceland is one of the top attractions in the world. People fly from overseas to see Elvis's house. Like, yeah, and I know the history of Elvis and him taking, black music, this, that, and the third. I do know that, and that's fucked up as well. Okay, let me just say that. But he also handed over a lot of black people and also took care of a lot of black people as well. Y'all know his song, If I Could Dream, We're Lost in a Cloud with Too Much Rain. That was based on the unnecessary deletion of Martin Luther King Jr. He wrote that song for that. If you have not heard If I Can Dream by Elvis Presley, one of the greatest songs of all time. My God. He don't care who he disrespected. He disrespected a white man that is more famous than his existence. Let's continue on. Child, listen. Wow, Marilyn Monroe exhibition. She would have the Marilyn Monroe exhibition marks the day she would have turned 100 years old. So the day the exhibition came out, she would have been 100 years old on the day. That's amazing. God. Okay, here we go, y'all. From what? Oh, hang on, let me go back. From Washington, after prominent artists pulled out of a series of planned concerts on the National Mall. By the way, did I mention that the mall is going to get a full makeover? Yeah. Child. Celebrating the nation's 250th birthday, President 47 nixed musical performances and now plans to give a speech himself instead, according to a White House official. In a social media post, the president criticized the musicians, whom he did not name specifically, for what he called the yips. He appeared to be representing the collapsing lineup of superstars for the Great American State Fair, a 16-day event organized by the president's nonprofit, Freedom 250. Child, you know what's more amazing than this tragicness that we're seeing right here? Give me a moment. God, give me a moment, y'all. This. Come on, we're live here. Come on. There we go. Okay, here we go, y'all.
I gotta change my number.
That is better than what's happening. Okay, let's continue on. By the way, the Great American State Fair. So he thinks that he can have the greatest state fair of all time. Oh my God. Shit. I mean, the Disney State Fair would be better than this. Yes, Disney tried to put on a state fair where it was Disney, where it was rides based off of Disney characters and everything else. Personally, I think they should do it again because guess what? State fairs do definitely gain an audience, right? If Universal did a state fair, everybody will go out and see it. So I think a Universal State Fair or Disney State Fair would be better than this, child. I can't. He really. So. He's got a UFC fight coming up on Flag Day, which happens to be his birthday, right? He's going to do his own speech. And on top of all that, he's going to do his own state fair. This is the president's state fair at this point. Like, what the hell? So food, drinks, and alcoholic beverages will be there. Okay, so this will be an actual state fair. This is crazy. And not to mention too, the state fair will be free and open to the public. Advanced guest registration will be encouraged. Walk-ups are welcome. So are ICE agents going to be at this thing? That's why they want you to sign up. Look, okay, Braden's a black. He can't be welcomed. Oh, there's an immigrant. You got to get rid of them. Is that why you want everybody to register? And walk-ups are welcome, so you can just snatch them up easier? Okay. All right. Apparently. Wait, look at this shit right here. Now, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, which should be a U.S. state at this point. But anyway, a celebration that will transform the National Mall with state and territory pavilions celebrating all 56 states. So you mean to tell me a president that has a Secretary of Education who confused AI with A1 steak sauce is going to have a state and territory pavilion celebrating all 56 states and territories? You do realize for all 56 states and territories to be at the highest level, you do have to be educated about what you're talking about within each pavilion and state pavilion. Oh my God, specialty exhibits, live performances, interactive experiences, and classic fair attractions, educational experiences, and digital experiences will bring the story of America to life for guests of all ages. So, June 25th to July 10th daily, Sunday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and July 4th will be from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Now, he said Flag Day was on June 14th, right? Hang on, let me see something. Make sure something. Thank you, God. Okay. Just all right. Okay, moving on. I had a thought and the thought evaporated. Thank God for it. Okay, moving on. But yeah, he's having a state fair apparently. This don't make no sense. And listen, I am surprised that even though it's starting on June 25th, that listen, I'm going to do a special day on my birthday at the Great American State Fair. You get to party with me at the Great American State Fair on my birthday on Flag Day. I'm surprised he has not done that job well. Country star Martina McBride and the R&B group Commodores were among the latest cancellations for the concert, which is slated to run June 25th to July 10th. Both said they were initially under the impression the event would be entirely nonpartisan, just like Chrisette Michele, who is still a brilliant singer, right? Milli Vanilli out, Vanilla Ice in, who is left for 47's 250th State Fair. Listen, I just said that to be facetious, but you see it right there, the headline. We'll see who's left here in a little bit. That turned out to be misleading, McBride said in a statement. Amid the mountain cancellations, 47 said he was thinking about organizing what he characterized it in his post as America is Back rally. Said no one ever. His headline speech is being planned for June 24th. Okay. I don't want so-called artists that are getting paid far too much money who aren't happy. 47 wrote online. He also said the change in the line may be for the best since he is the #1 attraction anywhere in the world. May I suggest to you Walt Disney World? Like, just the Magic Kingdom is the #1 theme park visited in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I can't deal with the bullshit. I can't. And the man who gets much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime. There are videos showcasing his rallies and that there are fewer and fewer people going to his rallies. So this is a lie, okay? Oh my God, let's keep it. This don't make no sense. Okay, so all that being said, let's get to this here. Oh God, so Milli Vanilli out, Vanilla Ice is in. Who is left for 47's 250th State Fair, okay? So here's who's canceled the performances. So Martina McBride canceled. Bret Michaels is also canceled, saying the event had turned into something much more divisive than what I agreed to be a part of. Concerns have also been raised regarding the safety of the fans, the band, family, and myself, including threats that are completely unfounded and forgivable, Bret Michaels said. I'm there to join the Commodores' young MC Morris Day at the time, as Axl will no longer perform at this year's summer festival. As for R&B group Milli Vanilli, the group's original and real vocalist said they would not be performing. Others using the name Milli Vanilli that appear on the advertisement should be considered a tribute band with no association vocally or musically to the sound of our songs. The group's on Facebook. It's still unclear if the performers who backed out will be replaced. Who is still performing at the Great American State Fair, although Milli Vanilli would not be performing in his original form. Fab Moran, one of the group's members, will perform under the Milli Vanilli name. I'm sure there's about to be a lawsuit incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm here to entertain and unite the people, not divide them. Morvan says, statement since consequence. Let's celebrate life and music and take a trip down memory lane. I feel honored to be a part of the Great American State Fair as it will celebrate the 250th year anniversary of America with so many other accomplished artists. Looking forward to reconnecting with you across the USA, or the good old US of A this summer, and to finally sing Milli Vanilli songs live in person. Flo Rida remains on the lineup. Not welcome to my house, Flo Rida. Oh my God. But the Low singer has not committed on his part to the festival. Vanilla Ice of Ice Baby fame is also still part of the festivities. In a statement to NBC News, his representation said the singer is contracted and will perform at the Great American Fair at the National Mall on Friday, June 26th. He is proud to help celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Oh my God. Why are we doing this? Just sorry, y'all. Oh, okay. It saved me to another thing. Give me a moment, y'all. Oh, this is not it with 47. Oh, we got so much more. So much more. So much more. Just give me a moment. Oh my God, this is crazy ass shit. All right, y'all. So here we go with this. Just so y'all can see, we ain't making nothing up here, okay? Not that we have to or to have platforms. That's the thing that really confuses me. As a side note, when people say there's nothing to talk about, this, that, and third, I'm like, well, how come everybody else is fine to talk about, but you keep talking about the same three damn things every day? I don't get it.
Hey, yo, man. I just got some texts all day. I kind of been out the loop. And people talking about, yo, you doing the Trump Freedom Show. Yo, you doing the show on the 250th anniversary of the U.S. with Donald Trump. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, yeah, man, social media, boom, boom, boom. People commenting on it. You know, fucking with Trump. Celebrity niggas is calling me out. Niggas I've known for years who know I don't fuck with Trump. Nigga, I'm dog type with Devon. I know where I stand. I know who the fuck I am. So I'm like, what are you talking about? My agent called me about 3 months ago and said, yo, you want to do a show the 25th in Washington? Yeah, I just did a show in Washington for the Mystics. I did a show 6 months ago in Washington. I do shows in Washington all the time. It's no big deal. He says, yeah, you didn't say nothing about Trump. He didn't mention Trump. So don't get getting all these calls. So I go online. I'm like, okay, so what's going on? So I told my agent, yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? But then as I thought about it, I'm getting all these texts talking about we're gonna cancel C Music Factory and we can't believe this is gonna be a terrible show. Vanilla Ice, Young MC, and fucking, Milli Vanilli and Bret Michaels, and it's a terrible show anyway. Let me tell y'all niggas something. I don't fuck with Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump family. I don't know the nigga. I'm from New York. I know the nigga. I know the type of fucking anarchy he creates. But the day I let you motherfuckers tell me what to do is the day I die. I want to make that shit motherfucking crystal clear. I do not live for none of you niggas. I will vote, listen, I will vote for fucking Genghis Khan, Hitler.
What the hell?
And motherfucking Ivan the Terrible. Before I let you niggas tell me what to motherfucking do. You the same niggas that voted for Obama who never did shit for you. Who actually the only person, Gaddafi wanted to give black people $1 billion to open up their own banks and gold. But you know what the US government told them? If you do that with so-and-so, you can never have that happen because we can never free black people. And then Obama got in office and they waited for Obama and Obama killed him. And Obama said, I regret killing Gaddafi. Nigga, you don't regret killing Gaddafi because you work for the motherfuckers, the Zionists and the white capitalists. You work for that motherfucker shit. So y'all can suck my dick with that don't do a show for Trump shit. I don't give a fuck about Trump. But I also don't give a fuck about you either, nigga.
Okay.
You niggas talking about this and that, and you know, you guys are gonna cancel. You can't cancel me. You niggas never brought me into existence. You ain't buying no records because they ain't putting out no records. So what you gonna cancel, nigga? Not even, I do 50 shows a fucking year, damn near every weekend. I don't see not one of you niggas in the show buying my merchandise. You know who comes to 90% of my shows with Naughty by Nature, God Bless the Dead, Rob Bass, Color Me Bad, All for One, Biz Markie before he died. You know who 90% of the people was at our shows? White people. You know who 70% of those white people probably voted for? Republicans. So you niggas don't fucking count. You need to stop being on social media thinking that your fucking opinion matters. It don't. Go talk to your mama. Your mama opinion matters only to you. Shit, you keep pushing me. I'll do the motherfucking show in North Korea, pissing on a fucking American flag, smoking a Cuban cigar, drinking Venezuelan wine, playing golf with motherfucking Kim Il-jung with an Iranian bitch on my lap. While Trump's standing there with his dick in his hand. That's how much of a fuck I give what you guys think. I ain't motherfucking chilly, nigga. Oh. You can't cancel me, pussy, because you don't exist. I done had 3 careers already in my life, and I'm just turned 60. You niggas are still working on one. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, Trump is
I'm just showing y'all this.
Fucked up. He let that white girl get shot in the face by the motherfucker.
I'm letting YouTube know right now.
Ice pussies and all these other motherfuckers. Yeah, it's fucked up.
How crazy the country is right now.
And it's damn near motherfucking it's damn near Nazism. But if you think them Democrats, you don't think Bill Clinton gave a fuck about? I don't vote for none of these niggas. Let's be crystal clear. But I might do the motherfucking show. Me, Brett Michaels, Vanilla Ice. What's that pussy nigga from Detroit name? That skinny faggot. Oh, Kid Rock. Who else you want to put on the show? I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm God Cypher Divine. I'm born freedom, God of law. I'm God. You niggas do not dictate shit.
I mean, there's only one God. Let's get that straight, okay?
So you can do what the fuck you want to do. Like I said, fuck Trump and fuck you too. But I just might do it, nigga. You can't cancel shit. You niggas act like you got some power sitting behind a motherfucking computer with your little ass titty bitty Twitter fingers. Sausage packing ass niggas. You must be crazy. Nigga, I ain't that. When I heard about Trump, I was like, I ain't fucking with Trump. But I don't give that shit 2 thoughts because I know that they kill us. Half you niggas done took the vaccine. Half of you niggas is gonna die any motherfucking way because you got poison in your arm. Worry about that shit, nigga. Worry about the air you breathing and the food you eating and not worrying about what show a nigga's doing to feed his family while you bum ass niggas deliver pizza. The fuck wrong with you? And you white boys, mind your fuck.
Now recognize he might order a pizza later on.
Your business. Because your motherfucking wife's a Trumper or your brother.
Oh my God.
Law or your father's a Trumper. And when y'all sit down at your fake.
Just because we're not performing at concerts.
Yes, Christmas and your fake ass Thanksgiving. Y'all chopping it up and passing around Bud Lights. Y'all don't give a fuck about niggas. Y'all gonna make this pretty 60-year-old nigga unleash on you motherfuckers. Talk about, you're gonna cancel Vanilla Ice and motherfucking Milli Vanilli. And that's the worst 250th anniversary. I don't give a fuck about 250.
You don't give a fuck about, but yeah, you're talking
50 years of motherfucking capitalism and death. It's 250 years of straight murder. You niggas are so caught up in the fucking moment, you don't remember the past, and you damn sure can't see the future.
Neither can you.
You better worry about your wife fucking the mailman, nigga. And you bitches better sew your pussies up because you're horrible. You niggas, what you do? I'm sitting on the toilet taking a shit. Ironically. Slap your ass in the face.
He actually on the toilet. What the fuck?
I'm call Trump right now and say, yo, Trump, fuck these niggas. I'm with you. And I don't even like that nigga. Him and Tiger Woods, that fake nigga. Call that nigga too. Get the whole motherfucking MAGA crew. Maybe I'll get some money. Fuck out of here. Liberals, Republicans, conservatives. Democrats, neocons. All of that shit is fake. The black man is God. Pussy.
You know what this goes to show us, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so sorry. Oh, y'all were able to see it. Okay, listen. I think y'all heard it, right? I'm glad that y'all were actually able to see it. Let me come on the big screen. Do you know what this goes to show? That just baby. Hang on, let me go back for a bit. I want to make sure that came through. Give me a moment. Okay, so y'all were able to hear that. Y'all were able to see who it is, but that dude, I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I don't know how he got to relevance. But what this goes to show is that maybe the elderly don't deserve technology. Because, like, bruh, you get upset because people have the right to have an opinion? I'm going to show you who, made it do what it do. This dude right here, okay? Just, I don't even want to play it again, and I'm not going to, okay? I'm just going to show y'all who it is. This dude right here, okay? CNC Official Music Factory. This dude right here apparently went off and said everything that he said, right? 5-time Billboard Music Award, 5-time American Music Award, 2 MTV VMAs. So this dude right here, God. So this dude's a part of the I Love 90s tour. So right here, Freedom Williams said he was not informed of 47's affiliation with the event, but told his followers in a profanity-laced video tirade on Instagram he will still play despite backlash he received. CDC Music Factory co-creator Robert Chibbles, however, said he does not endorse the Freedom 250 event. And this might be the end of this dude because, for one, I've never heard of Freedom Williams. Like, have y'all heard of Freedom Williams before? Like, no disrespect. Let me look him up live right now. Let me tell you something. That dude made me look like a saint. So here he is here. These songs here. I'm sorry, y'all. I just couldn't tell. And y'all, he really was on the toilet. Like, no joke. I'm trying to collect my mental health here because I just right here. So gonna make you sweat, things that make you go crazy, I guess, or whatever the hell. Do you want to get funky? Here we go. Take a toke. Let's go. Rock and roll. So apparently this dude has been around for a very long time. Never really heard of this dude. Like if I'm gonna just go back just a little bit, okay? Right here, wait, just show y'all. He was 50 years a motherfucker. Okay, now I'm kind of. He said he was sitting. Oh, okay. I think y'all got saw it. Give me a moment, y'all. You see right there. He was sitting on the toilet, saying all the stuff that he said. What in the world is that? Stop sharing screen. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time, y'all. I don't know why it's not letting me share. There we go. Okay, so y'all see right there. He was sitting on the toilet saying everything that he said. Bruh, go do the 250th thing. Go overseas and, piss on the American flag and have the Iranian girl on your lap, and while the 47 is holding his D out. Everything, dude, you sound crazy, deranged, and a psychotic waste of life, bro. I didn't even know StreamYard wasn't showing that, but I'm glad it did not show it, because child, not everybody deserves to have a career. I'm flabbergasted. I said after that, y'all better not say another word about Braylon Lee ever going off, okay, on his own show. I better not hear it ever. I can't. Oh my God, any political, ideological, religious, or personal viewpoints expressed by Freedom Williams on his own should not be interpreted as reflecting my views, he wrote on Twitter. The Great American State Fair will take place June 20th, rather, on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Child, okay. So after all of that, right? That's not the only thing, right? So I already showed y'all the video of the 250th. He wants to make a $250 bill. I already showed you that. I already showed you the White House ballroom being destroyed. I showed you the UFC ring. I think it's time for us to have a black conversation on this. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Here we go.
Let's talk entertainment. Donald Trump, just so y'all know, that was a bipartisan, nonpartisan commission that was set up to lead this big celebration of the country's 250th anniversary. Well, Donald Trump was like, you know what? The hell with y'all. I'm doing my own committee. So
give it a moment, y'all.
That's where this Great American State Fair idea came from. So it's supposed to take place on July 4th. You also know he's got his wife beater Dana White in the UFC coming to the White House for a UFC fight on June 14th. What's crazy is they're trying to order military members to attend this thing. They have height and weight requirements, and they're mandating they actually pay for their tickets. I'd be like, deuces. But anyway, so this was the flyer that was put out for the Freedom 250 Great American State Fair.
I'd like to propose a toast to my family.
Hello.
And so you see right here, Martina McBride, country star, Young MC, CC, Music Factory, Vanilla Ice, Milli Vanilli, The Commodores, March Day in the Time, Flo Rida, Bret Michaels. Okay, so taking place between June 25th and July 10th.
So the only people who have not pulled out is Vanilla Ice, CDC Music Factory, and Flo Rida is on there, but he has not committed. Allegedly.
These people accepted. Well, all of a sudden they begin to find out really what this thing was about. And so all of a sudden, let's see, McBride announced, I'm not going to perform. Young MC, nah, I'm good. The CDC Music Factory, first of all, I don't even know why they coming, because they only got one song, and the song they got was really Martha Wash singing, and we already know what the fraud there was. She wasn't even in the video. They had this other tall, fine chick. Martha is a larger sister, but they wanted Martha's voice. She had to sue them. Her name wasn't even.
See, I told you I didn't know who this was. Rolling Martin.
So, shit, I don't know. Like, are they gonna do a set or a song? I don't know. Okay, so the Commodores, appreciate the Commodores, but Lionel Richie not gonna be there. Okay, so Milli Vanilli, one of them died. They only got, like, I don't know what the hell that's about. So we know this broke white boy here, Vanilla Ice. Oh, he got us one song. Morris Day and the Time, they said, yeah, Marsh like, y'all ain't gonna see us there. Flo Rida, they've been lighting his ass up because he has not announced that he's pulling out. Even Bret Michaels was like, yeah, I'm not sure about safety for my fans, so I'm out as well. So now they are blasting them. Now they're blasting them. They're trashing all of them. In fact, Martina McBride is catching lots of hell from the country people. You look at this right here. Fans shred country star Martina McBride after she caves to mob and bails on Great American State Fair. Well, yeah, it was, no, they were like, we were out. She actually released a statement on this very thing here because she and others were like, yo, we thought this was a nonpartisan thing. And this thing is really being positioned as a Donald Trump celebration. And so she posted this statement. I would like to talk to you and clear the air. I will not be performing at the Great American State Fair on June 25th. I was presented with an opportunity to perform at a nonpartisan event, but that turned out to be misleading. I asked a lot of questions and was assured that this was a nonpartisan event that was meant to celebrate all 50 states. In my mind, I thought this was a great way to celebrate the states and also bring people together in the way that only music can. I saw it as just a bigger version of so many state fairs I have performed at over the years, celebrating community and what makes each state special. Sounds fun, right? Wholesome even. Yesterday, things started changing, and what we were told is, in fact, not what is happening. I spent my entire career singing songs about real people with real issues. I've been blessed with the opportunity to be a voice for those who have felt like they didn't have one. It greatly upsets me. Any fan who has been moved by my music may now feel like I'm abandoning the meaning behind those songs. I assure you that that is not the case. I appreciate every single fan who has reached out. I hope to get back to the DC area very soon. Well, now they pissed off at her. And y'all know how them white folks are with country music. Hell, they still mad at the Dixie Chicks when the comments that they made. But the thing here is, again, it was presented. People thought it was this one commission when it really was Trump's commission. And frankly, Thelma, if I'm one of these artists, hell no, I'm not going to nothing that's going to be a Trump party. And so they damn sure right. Now the question is, now remember that Kid Rock, festival you're supposed to put on? Then they found out really that wasn't but a big joke as well. And artists after artists begin to pull out. Remember they had that flyer, Ludacris' name was on it. And then he was like, yeah, we out. Matter of fact, somebody put out this here. This is the flyer. All the artists. So these are all the artists that have canceled from this old event. So of the 9 artists, the only 2 that have yet to cancel, Vanilla Ice said he is going to perform. And Flo Rida ain't said nothing, but is now just 2 of the 9 left.
Well, the guy there, he said he's willing to perform and said, fuck y'all. That's a light-skinned version of Marcel Scott, a light-skinned version of Kevin Hart. Let's continue. But
again, so remember that. So I remember that Kid Rock the Country deal, which was hilarious. If I can find that flyer, they had all these names on it, and they dropped out one by one by one. And they finally was like, Dog, just go ahead and cancel this whole damn thing because that shit ain't gonna happen.
What is hilarious about this whole thing is, my question is to artists. So what did they sell y'all? Did they let y'all know that this was going to be Trump affiliate?
By the way, shout out to this fine sister. Okay, shout out to her. Clap that tea, clap that tea, clap that tea, clap that tea.
Or did they try to sell you something different to where you didn't know this was going to be posted and then it was going to actually identify who was behind the whole event?
Actually, the control room can do a lower third on who this is, so she can get her promotion.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I can't give them the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to know who you are performing for.
No,
and who you are putting your name.
But got to remember, some of them say it was misleading because you did have two committees. You had a bipartisan, you had this nonpartisan committee, and then Trump decided to create his own committee that sounded just like that one. And when they reach out to talent agents and booking agents or whatever, if they hear, hey, a celebration in Washington, D.C. of the nation's 250th anniversary, here's what it is, and you see the name, you're not even realizing that Trump just subverted the actual committee that was set up years ago to plan for this, to decide to do his own thing.
Well, now I gotta sue you for tortious interference of business because now you interfering with my business, my bottom line, by misleading and not actually telling me who is behind this whole event, which you coming in and circumvent or not. My thing is, why are they continuing to hinder these individuals and mislead them so that now their reputation is harmed when y'all could have been upfront? And so the people could have told you no. Everybody has a right to say no.
Yep.
They are literally taking people's rights to say no away from them. And then from the public, I'm like, so you showing up to perform for that mess? And we buy your music, we stream you, we come to the concerts, we show up, we put.
I mean, have we forgot about Chile, right? And the tour that was going to end up happening. It seems like it's not going to end up happening. And then let's not forget Nick Cannon, right? Remember Nick Cannon? And when he was with Amber Rose and said that, he ucks with the president, and I talked about Melody Cherie and Nick Cannon and that whole collaboration. I got called everything but a child of God. See, you have the right to do what you want to do, but you don't have the right to tell the people that they don't have the right to do what they want to do after you have the right to do what you want to do, right? So there are consequences for what you do. And then let's not go down a list of the many other things that also have happened with anybody being associated with that bastard in the White House. Moving on.
But we sing our hearts out, and you going to sing your heart out for a MAGA predator convicted felon? Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out if I need to sue them for tortious interference of business, honestly.
Michael?
Very great commentary from that black woman there.
All right, Roland. So, yeah, I've been following this and it's hilarious. And also, sometimes with artists, their booking agents will book different venues and book them to perform here, perform there, and they don't know it. They don't know all the details as well. But I'm glad I follow Morris Day on Facebook. So I saw him post that they're not performing. So I was really glad to hear that. CNC Music Factory, that was Freedom Williams of CNC Music Factory rolling the picture there. So let's put some respect on Freedom Williams' name. And they have more than one big hit. They also had things that make you go, So they had Gonna Make You Sweat.
Michael, stop.
Okay,
Michael, stop.
Michael.
Let me zoom into this black girl. This black girl, like, listen. I know I'm fine, but I also have to be intelligent. By the way, that's a stunning smile. She could be a Miss Lee. Are you available? Call me, beat me if you need to reach me at Braylon_Lee25 on Instagram, Braylon_Lee25 on Instagram, Braylon_Lee25 on Instagram. But she like, I know you ain't about to defend this on this man's show. Oh, hell no.
Michael.
I'm serious.
Michael,
I'm
stop
serious.
it. Michael, stop it.
I still have the CD.
Michael,
yeah.
They got one hit.
He had two. Well, see, Gonna Make You Sweat was the big hit.
And wait a minute. And the only reason that song wasn't hit was because
that black man chuckled.
Martha Wash, and she wasn't even in the video. She wasn't in the video. She wasn't in the credits. She had to sue their ass, so she ain't gonna be there. So what? So you gonna have somebody on a track? You gonna have somebody on a track singing her part?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna have somebody else.
They ain't having nobody singing like her.
Well, nobody can sing like Martha Wash.
And just like she had to sue the other group. But everybody, when they wouldn't put her in the video, they put some other sexy woman in the video, and that was her voice too.
Right, yeah, that was body shaming taking place.
But y'all ass literally vouching for what you think is a 2-hit wonder, not a 1-hit wonder.
Well, Vanilla.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what's happening here. Let me black her ass like for y'all. Now, recognize this is my first time seeing this video. Roland's like, let me make a mental note. He will be off the show for 3 shows so he can get his ass together. See, this is why I love us as a people, man, because let me tell you something. You really want the truth as black people. Roland had no time for level 1, level 2, 3, or 10. This is why I do this show. Because here's the thing, right? Oh my God. And you know, we talked about this, right? The world of media is being consolidated through mergers and acquisitions. And so the doors to get in media are shrinking. So shows like mine, shows like Roland, shows like, you know, Binge-Worthy and Kempire and Lovely Tea and, you know, Tabitha Speaks and The Silva and Chit Chat with QD, you know, among many others, right? Black media is not what it used to be. So each one of us is important to the ecosystem. Whether you own the wharf or you're just one of the fishermen fishing. Like, everybody has a part to play in the ecosystem of how we all get fed. So, but let's keep going. But yeah, that phase was like, motherfucker, I know. After I just said what the fuck I said, I know your mouth ain't opening up to be this dumbass ignorant. I know. Shut up. In the words of Adam Sandler. That's Roland's face right there. That should be a big more GIF. Also, too, you know what else should be? You know what else should be a meme? Let me go back. Right, hang on. Wait. Right here. This face right here. Hang on. Can I zoom in? Oh, come on now. Okay, right there. That face should be a meme. Okay, I'm gonna show you one other face that should be a meme. Okay,
Michael.
I'm serious.
Michael, stop it. Michael, stop it.
I still have the CD.
You see that little? That should be a meme to it.
I still have the CD.
Michael,
yeah,
they got one hit.
That should be a meme.
He had
right
2.
there.
Well,
right
Gonna Make You Sweat was the big hit.
And wait.
And this man's passion right here
got one hit.
He had 2.
This man right here, they had 2. That should be the meme of like, yeah, bro, you far gone. Once again, she could be a Miss Lee. I like her energy. Moving on. Nothing like an intelligent, curvaceous black woman. Amen. Praise him. Hallelujah. All right. Oh my
Well, Gonna Make You Sweat was the big hit.
And wait a minute. And the only reason that song was a hit was because of Martha Wash, and she wasn't even in the video. She wasn't in the video. She wasn't in the credits. She had to sue their ass, so she ain't gonna be there. So what? So you gonna have somebody on a track? You gonna have somebody on a track singing her part?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna have somebody else. They
ain't having nobody singing like her.
Well, nobody can sing like Martha Wash.
And just like she had to sue the other group for everybody, when they wouldn't put her in the video, they put some other sexy woman in the video, and that was her voice too.
Right, yeah, that was body shaming.
But y'all ass literally vouching for what you think is a 2-hit wonder, not a 1-hit wonder.
Well, Vanilla Ice is a 1-hit wonder.
I already said that. But hold on. You vouching like CNC Music Factory had a whole album banging.
I didn't say they had a whole album banging.
Not even a half an album.
Roland, I said they had 2 hits.
Not even a quarter of an album.
Okay, and then that was Fabrice.
Matt, gone. Matt, I can't listen to any more of this from Michael. Matt, gone.
Dang, Matt.
Why do we come on this show and let this happen every week that we come on, Michael? I don't understand it. But that's a conversation.
Roland likes having us, you know.
Look,
I ain't get a chance to talk about Brett Michaels.
Here's my thought. So I think Michael was kind of getting to where I was, which is I'm a little dubious that they didn't necessarily know what they were signing up for. I mean, that's plausible, right? But it's also plausible that they wanted the exposure and they're now ducking out because of backlash or whatever the case may be. Although I think in this case, it's probably more likely they really were misled, because it sounds like that's what I think Young C said in a statement. I could be incorrect, but that there were some details that they were unclear on, and once they found out what it really was, they decided to back out. But look, people act in their own self-interest, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of these artists said, let me go ahead and get it, because I'll get the exposure and I'll get the money and I'll deal with fans, being mad about it. And I think on some level there is a question about with entertainers, to what extent should they be allowed to ply their trade, even if it's for somebody that you don't like. However, we also have a lot of evidence, in the past of artists who stood up and said, I'm not going to perform here because you don't allow Black people to perform, right? Or I'm not going to perform here because of your stance on whatever other issue. So, morally, if that's something that is really a conviction of yours, you should be able to stand up and say, I'm not going to perform at a Trump-aligned event. And that's what makes me think maybe they concealed all the details to try to dupe them into performing. And we know that's kind of his MO, right? It's not being straight up about things and being fraudulent. So that might have been exactly what happened here.
Yeah, okay. Bottom line is they all gonna cancel. They all gonna cancel. And Trump gonna be out there doing his dumbass dance by himself. And maybe gonna have the Village people perform every single day. All right, y'all. All right, folks, let me tell you about Chapter. Now,
we ain't gotta do the Village people like that. YMCA is still a damn hit, bro. You probably danced to it somebody's damn wedding. Don't do that to them.
For Medicare or about to be, the system is not set up to work for you. Too much fine print, too many plans, and too many people making money off of your confusion. And look, we're used to this. We're no strangers to systems that don't have our best interests at heart. But we don't have to accept it when it comes to Medicare. That's why I'm telling you about Chapter. Their advisors are independent and honest. In fact, they're the only Medicare advisors that compare every plan nationwide. And they're focused on one thing: what works for you. If there's a better plan out there, they'll find it. If you're already in the right one, they'll tell you that too. There are no games. Just last year, people who switched with Chapter saved an average of $1,100. It's 20 minutes and a real person. It's completely free. My parents actually have already called. Mom sent me a text. Folks, give Chapter a call at 724-264-8281, 724-264-8281, and connect with someone you can trust. Folks, these are the kind of services that we need for our audience here at Roland Martin Unfiltered and the Black Star Network. So call Chapter right now, 724-264-8281.
Thank you, Roland. Appreciate you, brother. Now, that's not all that's going on. Okay, listen. And by the way, in case you guys did not know about this either, this is some breaking news as well. Tehran suspends talks for the United States over Israel attacks in Lebanon, Iran state media reports. So that's some breaking news there. Judge again halts construction of 47's White House ballroom, but allows work on underground bunker to proceed. Child, he probably trying to build that bunker because he knows on the last day of his presidency. Get every jackhammer, get every bomb, get every motherfucking thing, and let's open up that bunker and take care of this shit. That's probably why he built it, to be real with y'all. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get my pillow together. My Lord Jesus. Anyway, let's continue on. The judge said he can't possibly agree with the administration's position that an exception in an earlier ruling allowed safety measures meant the whole project could proceed. A federal judge on Thursday issued a new order halting construction of President 47's much-touted new White House ballroom, finding the administration was using fancy footwork to sidestep its previous ruling. U.S. District Judge Richard Leon had previously issued an order halting the $400 million project. That's right, $400 million that could actually go to other things in the United States of America that can help people actually rise up to become something important. No, $400 million instead going to a ballroom. That's who everybody else voted for. Okay, moving on. Until the White House got approved by Congress, with an exception for actions strictly necessary to ensure the safety and security of the White House and its grounds. That specifically includes an underground bunker and security measures being put in place at the site of the former East Wing structure. I can't believe that the White House got destroyed. That's a historical building, and the fact that the East Wing got destroyed and there was no ramifications, but then again, this man doesn't ever get consequences. But God forbid, if Obama tore down the East Wing, what is that black nigga doing? I promise you, would have happened. Okay, I promise you. I promise you that would have happened. Okay, listen, let's continue on. By the way, I don't say that word too often, but you know that's how they talk. So listen. Leon disagreed. Defendants argue that the entire ballroom construction project from tip to tail falls within the safety and security exception and therefore may proceed uninhabited. That's neither a reasonable nor correct reading of my order, Leon noted, a fan of exclamation points. It is, say the least, incredible, if not disingenuous, that defendants are now arguing my order does not stop ballroom construction just because of safety and security exception. I cannot possibly agree. National security, Leon writes, is now blank check to proceed with otherwise unlawful activity. The president ripped Leon on Truth Social later Thursday, touting his ballroom plans and calling the George W. Bush appointee a 47-hating judge who has gone out of his way to undermine national security. Child, takes one to know one. 47 said the ruling means that no future president living in this White House without this ballroom can ever be safe and secure at events, future inaugurations, and global summits. This is a mockery to our court system. The ballroom is deeply important to our national security, and no judge can be allowed to stop this historic and military imperative project. If I'm president, hey, listen, whatever was in the East Room, build that back up, make this a national landmark where this can never be torn down, and fuck that damn ballroom. You know what? Let's invite America out to blow up the ballroom, and let's do it live on ABC. Like, that's what I would do, okay? The judge is ruling through Cold War on 47's claims of immediate danger, knowing the White House said the project won't be finished in 2028. It's interesting that he's leaving the White House in 2028. Wow, maybe we can get it torn down by then. The ballroom's plan security, or actually we could just blow it up. But tearing it down is so dainty. Let's just blow it up. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. The ballroom's plan security features are still months, if not years, away from being realized. Belying defendants' argument that inability to implement those features now poses irreparable harm. Okay. The order does not take effect for 7 days, giving the government time to appeal, with which the administration notified the judge who was doing within hours of the order. Leon's ruling clarified the scope of the injunction he issued last month, which a federal appeals court had ordered him to do last week following an earlier appeal by the government. The order does not prohibit below-ground construction, including below-ground construction of national security facilities, as well as above-ground construction, short of constructing the proposed above-ground ballroom that is strictly necessary to cover, secure, and protect such national security facilities, provided that any such construction will not lock in the above ground size scale. The Justice Department did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Carol Quinn, CEO of the group that filed the suit, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, said, "We are pleased the court upheld the preliminary injunction and halted the above ground construction of the White House ballroom until Congress approves the project." Preservation group's suit sought to block the president's pet project pending congressional approval, contending that he lacked the authority to launch the massive construction project on his own. Leon agreed to issue a preliminary injunction, which the administration appealed. The Justice Department adopted an argument that 47 May after the ruling that the whole project could proceed because it's necessary for national security. Administration lawyers asked the judge to adopt their position and clarify that under the safety and security exception, defendants may proceed with construction of the East Wing project as scheduled because the entire project advances critical national security objectives as an integrated whole. That's because a bunker or bomb shelter cannot serve its purpose without adequate above ground cover, they argue. Preservation Group argued the response of the administration's position was a brazen contortion of the laws of vocabulary. Oh, damn. And know that the administration had previously contended the bunker and underground facilities that were being built were separate from the ballroom. That position changed after the judge's ruling. The group said bunkers apparently only as good as the 90,000 square feet, 40-foot ceiling ballrooms on top of them. The trust said the group had objected to the underground work. That's not all. No. Ooh. From the Associated Press, 47 vents about the judge who blocked the Kennedy Center renovation and fumes over his legal setbacks. From Washington, President 47 Saturday branded the federal judge who blocked his renovation of the Kennedy Center as an anti-47 hater and predicted that the nation's performing arts center he wanted to shutter for a 2-year overhaul will soon be probably never open again. If Mackenzie Scott could give away grants to HBCUs, I am sure that there are billionaires in the cut who are actually billionaires. Be like, okay, we'll take care of this shit ourselves. Don't you even worry about it. We'll take care of this shit ourselves. I'm sure of it. Let's continue on. Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We just been chillaxing, talking about a multitude of things. Right now, we're in the middle of them, catching you up on everything that's going on 47 here. And LinkedIn posted his Truth Social platform, the most paradoxical platform on the planet. The president is not social with anyone, and he lies. So why call it Truth Social? Moving on. 47 fumed about the Friday decision from U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper, who also ordered 47's name removed from the center. Clearly angered by his latest legal setback, he said it was impossible for me to be treated fairly, tying Cooper's ruling to early losses, including the Supreme Court's rejection in February of his sweeping tariffs. Personally, you know what somebody's doing right now? They're just waiting until they can just, recreate this, break this out, put that in, and then go up and just in the middle of the night. In the morning. Wait, what happened? Who did this? Was it a black? Was it a black? Was it an immigrant? I swear to God, kill them, ICE. Kill them. And if you don't think the president will not order a U.S. citizen to be killed, you must be out your ever-loving mind. Listen, I said it. That's where we are, okay? Don't get mad at me, okay? Even though he almost got deleted 4 times, but yet he still want to be the president of the United States, okay? He's able to say whatever he wants to about everybody else, but yet don't like to say anything about him. Lies you tell. Move it on. His post aimed to make the case for the project, even as he says he's giving up on it. Hours after Cooper's decision, 47 said he was backing away from the renovations and making arrangements to release control of Congress of what, until the Republican president's second term, had been known as the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, which that's what it should be. It's called the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center Honors. Another post on Saturday, 47 invoked the Kennedy Center episode as another, as he addressed the musicians back in Alpha celebration for the country's 250th anniversary. Cancel the 47 wrote, just like I canceled my involvement of the failing and unsafe to be in Kennedy Center because a highly conflicted, crooked federal judge. But you're a convicted felon, though. Okay. Said that I should not be allowed to spend my time and money. You have money? Says who? And you have time? You're about to turn 80. You're closer to the casket to die than at the cradle to start life and becoming something important, my Lord, to make the center great again. The White House did not immediately say whether 47 would keep serving as the center's center board chairman. 47 signaled that he's retreating from the center, gave hope to artists who have been alienated by his takeover, said Norma Ellison, a former White House ethics lawyer who is involved in a lawsuit challenging 47's Kennedy Center plans. I've already heard this from artists and from audience members alike who are excited about the Kennedy Center returning to nonpartisan normality. Ellison told the Associated Press in a text message on Saturday, "It's the early days yet, but as and when the court order is being implemented, including 47 name coming off the bill and the board otherwise complying with the law, I'm optimistic that the center will begin the long journey back." It will be a long journey, but thank God we do have people in power that have sensible minds. 47 cites judge's wife. Of course. Go after women. Not like you say you grab them by the pussy. Oh, you did say that. Oh, and need I remind you? I'm gonna play it again. Yeah, I'm gonna play the confession again. Everybody. Every time I can play the confession, I'm going to. Okay, so give me a moment. Give me a moment, y'all. It's still loaded, y'all. Hang on, y'all. Images. Seriously. Sorry, y'all. For some odd reason, Instagram is being Instagram. Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. Oh, here it is. Thank you so much. See? This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If we don't record history, then people will be allowed to destroy history. If we don't record history, people will be allowed to destroy history. If we don't record history, people will be allowed to destroy history. Here we go.
In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved said that she loved.
Let me go back. One more time.
In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your Carroll said that she loved. So, sir, I just want to confirm.
In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped.
No, Instagram, don't play with me.
Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E.G.
That's why I can't stand the internet sometimes.
In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper.
Moving on. Just since you said that women find it sexy to be raped, of course go after the wife. Of course. Why are we not surprised by this? Let's continue on. 47 cites judge's wife without offering evidence, as he normally does. 47 suggests that Cooper's wife, lawyer Amy Jeffries, was blamed in part for the ruling. The president knows that Jeffries, a partner at the Hecker Fink law firm, is a former prosecutor who served as a Democratic counselor to Attorney General Eric Holder during the administration of Democrat President Barack Obama. Cooper was nominated by Obama. So this is going back to the birth certificate thing, and he ain't black enough, this, that, and the third, and just, oh my God. This is the same movie pulled with Letitia James and Fannie Willis and James Comey. Bruh, we know your playbook. You the white version of Stephen A. Smith, and he's a damn monster. According to Nick Wright. And Nick Wright, you had every right to have an opinion on him. And Stephen A. Smith, just because you get paid $1 million doesn't mean that ESPN finds you valuable. They paid you $100 million because they could utilize you as the greatest puppet in their arsenal so they can say what they really want to that they can't say out loud. Sir, that's why you're getting paid $100 million, not because you actually are gifted at anything. Moving on. 47 also know that Heckler Fink is representing former President Joe Biden in a lawsuit against the Department of Justice to block the release of audio recordings and transcripts from the Democrat views with a ghostwriter that were obtained in an investigation into Biden's handling of classified documents from his time as a senator as vice president. I know we're not talking about somebody mishandling documents when in a raid there were classified documents in a bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. I know we're not doing that, right? Okay. 47 asserted that the Kennedy Center, named after the late Democrat president, opened in 1971, was a rusted riot, rat, and bug infested. You mean you're talking about Mar-a-Lago? You're self-predicting that, right? And that the new bill would have been incomparable. Cooper is ruling that the board center, that the center's board, March 16 vote to close the venue, was ill-informed and simply preordained with no regard for its legal obligations. The administration had announced the work will begin in July and last approximately 2 years. Cooper's ruling halts those plans now. The judge also found more overstepped the statutory bounds by adding 47's name to the center. Congress gave Kennedy Center its name only, and only Congress can change it. He said Cooper ordered that 47's name be removed within 2 weeks. Like I said, somebody, all right, Bash, we're going to wait until midnight tonight. Somebody who works at the Kennedy Center, make sure that the lights are off, cameras are down, and we're just going to scrape until it's down. Okay, all right. President adds defending name to the Center 47 on Saturday, said it was the board, not him. Child, if you're the board chairman, what makes you think that you don't have the final say on the board? Does he really think America's a dumbass like him? No. We're not dumbasses. He is, duh. 47 on Saturday said it was the board, not him, that add the 47 name to the center. They thought it would be good for this dying institution. There have been more artists at the Kennedy Center than people who want to associate themselves with the president. Stop that shit. Shortly after returning to office in January 2025, he ousted the center's previous leadership and replaced it with a hand-picked board trustee and named him chairman. Oh, wow. And you said it was the board, not you. Okay. Cooper held meetings in late April for parallel lawsuits challenging the project. One lawsuit was filed by a group of cultural and historic preservation organizations. The other was brought by Representative Joyce Beatty, an Ohio Democrat who serves as an ex officio member of the board through her position in Congress. He ruled in favor of Beatty's request and rejected the other challenge. 47 in his post also noted that Jeffrey's firm represented E. Jean Carroll. Oh, E. Jean Carroll, isn't that funny? Didn't you say something about E. Jean Carroll? Let's play it again. This just for the people.
In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm. It's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper.
And aren't you supposed to pay her $82.7 million, and you also can't serve on a board in New York for 3 years? You're a convicted con. And to the judge that didn't put him in jail, fuck you and your existence. See, there's a Supreme Court, but there should be a council of everyday people to Now, Supreme Court's a dumbass. We're going to make the decision. That court should exist. Okay, just keeping it a buck of every day of Americans. Just keeping it a buck. Moving on. Just the longtime advice columnist who claims against 47 won her a $5 million award in 2023 for sexual abuse and defamation after a jury agreed that 47 sexually abused her in New York. That 47 sexually abused her in New York department store dressing room in 1996. And also, too, ABC, y'all should not have had to pay the president at his presidential center because George Stephanopoulos was not wrong. That's a fact. The jury found that 47 sexually abused her in a New York department store, and that was basically what George Stephanopoulos was asking. And even though, and by the way, a U.S. judge said, while maybe that wasn't true all the way, the jury did find that, and the allegations were substantially true. That's what a U.S. federal court judge said. Okay. By the way, this happened in 1996. Another jury in 2024 awarded Carroll an additional $83 million for defamation. Both awards are under appeal. So you're going to blame the wife, right, that her firm represented E. Jean Carroll, the one that you got paid $83.5 million to. You cannot make this shit up. Jeffries did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and nor should you. You did your job. Let him suffer, wallow, and go to the whatever dimension of hell that he deserves to be in. Just child. No. Oh my God. So from Time Magazine, time.com, 47's name won't be coming off the Kennedy Center yet, despite the court order. Interior, let me put that off there. Thank you so much. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum would not commit to removing the President 47's name from the Kennedy Center on Sunday, despite a judge's order requiring it to be done within 2 weeks. If you get subpoenaed to come to Washington, if you don't come, there are consequences for that, right? So I'm not sure if that's going to be appealed or not, but I think, there's controversies on both sides about that. Really. No, it's not. Burgum said on CNN's on CNN's said to CNN's Dana Bash on State of the Union when asked if the name will be removed. Let's continue on here. By the way, shout out to this principal for stopping a school powing. He got honored by his students at prom, so very well done to him. U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper wrote in his opinion that the 1964 statute that led to the creation of the Kennedy Center makes crystal clear that the center is to be named for President John F. Kennedy. Only Congress gave the Kennedy Center its name, and only Congress could change it. The judge wrote in December of last year. The center's board voted to change its name to the 47 Kennedy Center. Soon after the vote, 18 new letters were added to the building's facade in front of the Kennedy's name to read the 47 and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. The change was also reflected on the website and promotional materials for events when White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced the change on social media. She said it was because of the unbelievable work 47 has done over the last year to save the building. 47 had announced in February that after becoming chairman of the Kennedy Center, he would close the cultural institution's doors for approximately 2-year renovation project starting July. Did I mention that he wanted ours to do a residency there? If they didn't do the residency, that they would not get the honor? Yeah, I know. The current voting board members, all of whom were selected by 47, approved the renovations. Of course, they did. Judge Cooper said his ruling that the board's decision to close the thing was ill-informed and seemed preordained. Romney Darvani, a spokesperson for the center, said Friday that the institution was confident on the appeal. The court will uphold the board's will to recognize President 47's historic contributions to our nation's cultural center. Secretary Burgum hedging came at 47 attacked the decision and the judge behind it on social media Friday and Saturday in 2 lengthy posts on Truth Social, following more than 1,300 words. Wow, word count went higher. Oh my God. 47 attacked both U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper and his wife, saying it was impossible for him to be treated fairly. Judge Cooper and the radical left rather see it die rather than have 47 transform into something everyone could be proud of. Bruh, everyone's not even proud of you. The hell? 47 said on Friday night without evidence. 47 also said as a proposal on Saturday, the Cooper's wife, attorney Amy Jeffries, was to blame in part for the ruling. Jeffries is a partner at Heckler Fink, a law firm representing former President Joe Biden in his lawsuit against the Justice Department. She also served as a federal prosecutor and counsel to Attorney General Eric Holder. 47 claimed the center is rusted and bug infested. Well, he would know about his own place in Mar-a-Lago, like I said, at 47 Tower and his golf courses everywhere else. Burgum said in the CNN interview that the refurbishment launched by 47 was badly needed. Claimed the structural integrity of the building and the deterioration issues with the heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and HVAC systems need massive repairs, and 47 was willing to get out, raise private funds, and dedicate his time as a master builder to restore this building. You mean the master builder that declared bankruptcy more often than actually completing things? You mean the master builder that kicked out black people and blocked out black people from getting housing? You mean the master builder that wanted to delete 5 black men from the world even though they did nothing wrong? You mean that master builder and that he had more creditors to owe than having a surplus? You mean the master builder? Okay. And now a judge says no. He told Badge the judge's decision, however, only temporarily blocks the closure and does not bar the board from reconsidering the closure issue in a pertinent manner, the opinion says. 47 described the center, which was opened in 1971, as rusted, riot, and rat and bug infested. If it does decide to close, however, Judge Cooper wrote the board needs sufficient information to make an independent decision, taking account of its obligation to both maintain and operate as a premier arts venue while memorializing Kennedy. 47 said in a later post that he had canceled my involvement with the failing unsafe to be in Kennedy Center because of highly conflicted, crooked federal judge. The center has already undergone massive layoffs, but more expected, as the board says it plans to retain only a bare bones workforce during the 2-year shutdown. So he wants to get rid of the African American Smithsonian because he doesn't like black people. And he said that he's bigger than Elvis, and now he wants to let a institution that's supposed to be for art and for freedom and everything in between go to rot. And do y'all know that President Kennedy was a white man? So he's disrespecting Black people, white men. Do you see the pattern here? If you're not with them, you're against them, right? So anyway. 47's takeover of the center has been marked by controversy from the start. Many artists withdrew performances as the 47 administration asserted more control of the center's programming, from folk singer Christy Lee to jazz group The Cookers. On the name change that prompted longtime host of the Kennedy Center's annual Christmas Eve jazz performance, Chuck Reed, to cancel the yearly event. Even before the name change, 47's takeover, led produced by the hit musical Hamilton, canceled their performance at the iconic DC Center. Kennedy Center was not created in this spirit. We're not going to be a part of it while it's at the 47 Kennedy Center. Tony Award-winning creator, Tony Award-winning Hamilton creator, Lizwell Miranda told the New York Times last year, we're just not going to be a part of it. So there is that right there. So, I think it's time for another Blackalicious conversation with Roland Martin. Let's see what he has to say, him and his panelists on this. Give it a moment now. Here we go. Come on now, we're live. Come on. There we go. Okay, here we go.
Matt? Okay, all right. Matt working through his Wi-Fi there. All right, we'll get him back. All right, y'all, let's talk about this here. The twice impeached, criminally convicted felon in chief, Donald the Con Trump, got nailed today in federal court. He must remove his name from the Kennedy Center. U.S. District Judge Casey Cooper said the board violated the law by adding Trump's name to the historic performing arts venue. The judge also blocked the Kennedy Center from temporarily closing its doors for a year-long renovation. In the 94-page opinion, Judge Cooper concluded that the law establishing the center makes crystal clear that the center is to be named for President Kennedy, and it cannot bear any other formal name or public memorial based on the board's unilateral say-so. The Trump administration must remove all signage from the Kennedy Center that includes Trump's name and update its website to remove all references to the name Trump Kennedy Center or the Donald J. Trump and John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. It must take place within 2 weeks. Judge Cooper said the center was permanently blocked from displaying, installing, or maintaining any physical or digital signage on the Kennedy Center building or grounds that designates, suggests, or implies that the institution is named for any person other than President John F. Kennedy. Now, this was a lawsuit that was filed by Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, who is an ex officio member of the board. Congresswoman Beatty, want to have her on the show. She's receiving an award, so she couldn't make it, but she did release this statement. Today's ruling rightly affirms that the administration's efforts to rename and close the center have no basis in law. The Kennedy Center is an institution that belongs to the American people, not to Donald Trump. He has desecrated this sacred memorial for its own vanity. I'm proud to have fought for the rule of law and to protect this sacred institution. The judge made it perfectly clear that only the Congress can designate whose name goes on that building, not Donald Trump. And y'all know what happens when a spoiled child throws a temper tantrum and acts like a pissant. Well, that's Donald Trump. This is what this fool posted on Truth Social. I'm not going to read all of this trash, but I'm definitely going to read the highlights. Shockingly, a judge appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, Christopher Cooper, ruled that the Kennedy Center, which was going to close in early July for large-scale renovations and construction due to years of neglect, decay, and poor maintenance, and which was to be transformed by the Trump administration into the finest facility of its kind anywhere in the world, is not allowed to close for these renovations, which would not be possible to properly do without such a closure. He then goes on. Judge Cooper ruled that the 36-member Board of Trustees, which unanimously voted to add the name Trump onto the former Kennedy Center, making it the Trump Kennedy Center, did not have the right to do such an addition, and the name Trump must be removed. Yeah, idiot, because only Congress can do that. You're not a king. So he then goes on to say, they failed to do anything with the center. Then look at this here. He was looking forward to making it into a great and prestigious winner for Washington, D.C., and indeed the United States of America. Blaming, he calls out radical left They would rather see it die than have President Trump transform it into something that everyone could be proud of, much as I have done in many cases throughout my life and recently with all of the construction, renovations, and fix-ups that we have completed with the Department of Interior on waterfalls, fountains, blah, 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 blah. Then he goes on, radical left Democrats. And now this, I love this here. We're going to be working with Congress to transfer this failing institution back to them so they can make a determination as to what to do with it. Okay.
Well, that's how it's going to be anyway.
Y'all, you can't transfer the facility back to Congress. Congress has oversight.
Exactly.
Congress approves the funds, but you have agencies that are responsible for doing the work. Yep. So you don't transfer the Kennedy Center back to Congress. You never had the authority to put your name on it. Oh, it gets better. Let's see here. Judge Cooper was given a presentation by leading building and construction experts as to how structurally dangerous the building is, with rotting beams, parking areas that are subject to collapse, and various other life and safety problems. In addition to the fact that it also needs a major renovation from an aesthetic standpoint, but he was not swayed, and he said he wants the building to incredibly remain open and therefore dangerous. Y'all, you know, okay, let me help y'all out. You can do repairs to the Kennedy Center. You just gotta take your punk ass name off. And that's why he's mad.
Yep.
Because his punk ass name gotta come off. Oh, y'all, it gets better. Here we go. Unless I am free to do what I do better than anyone else, bring this
Which is a motherfucking ass lie. Let's continue.
Institution back, physically, financially, artistically, I have no interest in continuing what could only be a hopeless journey into Never Never Land.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Michael Jackson here. Hello. Listen. Never Never Land was for me and all the wonderful children. Fuck this white bastard. Now I gotta go back to heaven now.
Let's continue on. Listen, you saw the thumbnail. You know my voice is Debbie. You know why you're here. Let's continue on. Oh my God, this show we do. This damn show. In the words of Wendy Williams.
So what the 80-year-old obese child is saying, I can't get my way. And if I'm not gonna get my way, I'm going home. I'm taking my toys with me. But the judge said, I'm sorry, the Kennedy Center is not your toy. So it has to stay. This is a petulant child. MAGA, all you maggots, y'all voted for a deranged narcissist to sit. All right, folks, let me tell you about Chapter. Now,
amen and amen. Last thing on this dumb fuck, and then we're gonna roll on, okay? I'm just catching you up to let you see how much it's happening in the world when you don't focus yourself on Krishan Rock, Remy Ma, and Carissa Shields all the time. Oh my God, there's a world out there. Wow, shocking. Oh, mind blown. Okay, from USA Today, Republicans are stuck with $47 billion scams. This is an opinion piece by Chris Berman. There looks to be no chance that 47's ballroom will clear a Senate filibuster. There's also no chance that 47 will just let go of something he's so clearly obsessed with. Imagine being a Republican in Congress right now, sinking another term in November's midterm elections as President 47 drops a stone in public opinion polling, dragging his party down with him. Now, I mentioned that the people who used to do it, the Getty polling people, they decide not to do the polling anymore of how popular the president is. They just stopped. They just stopped. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Okay. Dragging his party down with him. Those Republicans are already going to face questions from voters about 47's weird obsession with building a $1 billion ballroom at the White House. And now they will also have to justify 47 creating a $1,760 million slush fund to yeah, you heard me correctly. $1,776 million. $1,776 million slush fund to enrich his allies who had to face the indignity of being held accountable by law. The war in Iran is at expensive standstill. The price of gasoline is above $4.50. Inflation is surging again. But 47 is only focused on what really matters to him, retribution and building monuments to himself. First, let's get into the slush fund. 47 complains about weaponized government while weaponizing it. A former contractor for the Internal Revenue Service copies of 47's tax returns to media outlets during his first term in office. That was illegal, and the contractor was sentenced in 2024 to 5 years in prison. So the contractor was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but this dumb fuck can keep around the country and he's a convicted felon. Okay. 47 created the curiosity about his tax returns because despite routinely bragging about how rich he is, he's the first presidential candidate in 50 years to refuse to publicly release the information. So 47 sued the IRS, demanding a $10 billion payoff from any agency he oversees as president. He wants a $10 billion payoff, and I believe he got over $1 million back from the IRS, but yet we can't have a decent wage for people to know that they can walk in the house or their apartment or the condo, wherever the hell they have, tiny home, what have you, and to know that when they go to sleep and wake up in the morning that they can actually go out and make something out of themselves. Okay. Oh my God, if that sounds like an unethical conclusion to you, you're not alone. A federal judge last month questioned the constitutionality of 47 getting a payoff from the 47 administration. Let me read that 2 more times. A federal judge last month questioned the constitutionality of 47 getting a payoff from the 47 administration. A federal judge last month questioned the constitutionality of 47 getting a payoff from the 47 administration. Yeah, 47 was going to get a payoff from his own administration. That's what's going. If you just look outside of Clarissa Shields, Remy Ma, and Krishan Rock all the damn time, you can see that there's a world out there of bigger things. In the words of Kourtney Kardashian, Kim, people are dying. That's why some of us still have monetization on our channels. That's why others don't have it, because they are one-trick ponies. Sorry, what you want me to do? Moving on. The case looked like it was going to get tossed out of court. So 47 on May 18th voluntarily dismissed his lawsuit against the IRS in a motion that pointedly said that action's effect is completely removed from the court's consideration of power to rule on the case. As a part of an extraordinarily absurd and seemingly corrupt settlement, acting Attorney General Todd Blanche then announced the creation of an anti-weaponization fund to provide a systematic process to hear and readdress claims of others who suffer weaponization and lawfare. That slush fund will pool $1,776 million from the U.S. Treasury within 60 days. This is the same dumb fuck that wants to put his face on a $250 bill and put in the currency, but he got rid of the penny. The penny. He got rid of the penny, and now he wants to be the president on a $250 bill. That's what got going on. Let's pause here to examine the magnitude of Blanche's hypocrisy. His short tenure atop the Department of Justice has nearly been focused on pushing 47's perceived enemies, the very sort of weaponization he now says he will readdress with your tax dollars. Republicans will have to answer to voters in the midterms. Speaking of your money, 47 hit a hurdle over the weekend while trying to spend $1 billion in American tax dollars on a ballroom to replace the east wing of the White House, which he tore down last year, which really the White House should be a national monument, never to be torn down. And just like Kennedy Center can get repaired, the east wing could have been repaired, but it has to stay the east wing. That's the way it should have been. Republicans in Congress were antsy about including that money in a so-called reconciliation package a process being used for budgetary legislation that can avoid the Senate's 60-vote filibuster. That's not a good look for any politician to remain in office. Then the Senate parliamentarian ruled on May 16th that the ballroom funding was not eligible for the inclusion for the reconciliation package. I bet many Senate Republicans felt relieved with that ruling, but bye-bye ballroom, probably not. There looks to be no chance that 47th ballroom will clear a Senate filibuster, but there's also no chance that 47 will let go of something he's just so clearly obsessed with. So Democrats who have been using the ballroom like a cudgel to beat on compliant Republicans rather, to get to celebrate that procedural victory, and Republicans who have abandoned any pretense of breaking with 47 now must find a way to write his billion-dollar ballroom into their budget. Here's why that matters. Midterm elections almost always swing in the direction of the political party that does not control the White House. Democrats are eager to seize control of the House and maybe the Senate too. And here's the thing. If the Democrats control the House and the Senate, the rest of 2027 and 2028 is fucked for him, his administration, and his supporters. We want that. Okay? We want it. We want it. We want it! Losing just one of those chambers will stimmy 47. He knows it. Here's something else he knows. Americans want 47 to be stymied. Public polling since last year shows a strong majority of Americans oppose 47's ballroom and oppose him as president as well. And New York Times/CNN poll released on May 18th showed 47 hitting a new low for its approval rating, with just 37% of those surveyed approving of his performance as president, a 3-point drop since January. The war in Iran and its impact on America's economy are driving that. Did I mention he also got rid of Job Corps, a program that allowed blacks, minorities, and other people to actually go to vocational school and have housing and try to provide some stability so they can actually become something. Did I mention he got rid of that too? Once again, we're concerned with Sean Rock, Remy Ma, Chris Shields. That's what we're concerned about. Okay, so no whatever. Republicans in Congress are handcuffed to 47 his troubles. May 18th poll asked if elections for Congress were held today, which party the people surveyed would support. 50% said Democratic candidate, while 39% said Republican candidate. This so-called generic ballot question has been trending toward Democrat wins for months now. Democrats are on the upswing as 47 drags down the Republican Party and flaunts the main ways he is boosting your money. Very well done to Chris Berman there. All right, y'all. Our final destination. I know. $1 billion. Give me a moment, y'all. I don't know why. StreamYard being StreamYard, child. Hey, Phil, good to see you, good sir. So here it is here. Sorry, y'all. So I read all that to y'all. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. So all this right here. Read this to y'all. So I'm sorry y'all weren't able to see. StreamYard has been acting up today with screen sharing, and I don't know why it's pissing me off. But hey, the show must go on. So you see that there. So I'm going to let y'all see that there for a little bit. But yeah, the main reason why I'm pissed at that is like, do y'all not know how much $1,776 million would do for America? People deserve to make at least $15 an hour. People deserve not to have to figure out if they can have a roof over their head or food in the fridge. People should be able to get a decent car, right? People should be able not to lose their mind at the gas pump. Parents should not have to figure out if they don't get their kids childcare that they'll lose their kids because they're not being responsible. Veterans should be able to have housing. Veterans should be able to get their medicine paid for in full and not have to go through so many forms to get their medicine paid for. Women, children, men, babies, and everybody should not be DV'd or SA'd. There should be shelters for homeless people. Like, there was a point in time where decency, order, and respect actually mattered. And nowadays, if you have that energy, you're a Democrat. You're the left. Let me be the left all day, please. Because it ain't looking good on the right either. And then you got Stephen A. Smith's dumbass saying, y'all fueling me. Don't make me figure out a way to get on that stage and not lose my job. Like I said before, Stephen A. Smith. 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 He wants First Take to be a pop culture media entertainment news debate show. He wants First Take to be a pop culture media He wants First Take to be a pop culture media entertainment news debate show. He wants First Take. Stephen A. Smith wants First Take to be a pop culture news entertainment debate show. That's what he wants. ESPN stands for Entertainment Sports Programming Network. But he can't do that, so that's why you gotta have Straight Shooter or his political show. That's why you gotta have the Stephen A. Smith show talk about entertainment. That's what he wants to do. I'm just keep it a buck with y'all. I'm just pausing it briefly here so you guys are able to see each part of the article. Give me a moment now. Okay. So there he is there. Right there. I'm just showcasing it to the people who, are, we try to make sure every disability is heard, right? So. Like I said, I don't know why the screen share was not happening today, so please forgive me for that, y'all. Oh, and by the way, he said that he doesn't care about Americans when he's thinking about the Iran deal. He's not caring about me, you, any of us. Charming. 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 Just showcasing the different parts of the article that I read. Like I said, if you guys need a pause, that way you can read it at your own leisure, please do. And like I said, I have all the links to all these destinations in my description box, so you can go back anytime and catch up. So you're good here. We make sure everybody's covered over here. There. Right there. Right there. And right there. So there you go. That was the article there, y'all. All right, y'all. Our final destination, y'all. Y'all pray for my soul. You have this dumb fuck, Ray Jenkins. So as y'all know, he got put in the hospital, child. The bloody eyes, saying he ain't got that long to live. This, that, and the third. Got upset about not being invited to a slumber party. Was in the shower, cussing out, bubbles going everywhere. So now he decides to be an MMA fighter, like Bow Wow wanted to be in the WWE, and y'all, he got knocked out hard. Like, yeah. So listen to his logic, okay? And this from the Jasmine brand. Ray J says he has about 5 to 10 fights, 5 to 10 more fights left in him. Announces next bout after first career loss. Here we go.
What's crazy about this whole fight thing is that I was undefeated, right? I had a perfect record. I was 0-0-0. And so now going back in it, like being 0-1, that's nothing, bro. Like every fighter has been through crazy shit. And I at least have 5 to 10 more fights to me who were some of the biggest fighters out there in the MMA game. We took a L. It was a drastic L. We was punch drunk and we was talking a bunch of shit after we lost. But bottom line is we lost, and it was hard to accept that now we have an L on our record when we've been undefeated since day one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never lost a fight. I was 0-0-0, and now we're 0-1-0. So, you know, we just got to build back up. Doesn't matter if you lose. It's just a matter of how you lose and how you get back in the game and fight. My next fight is in 2.5 months.
So I just want to clarify something for y'all. 0-0-0 is not a record. 0-0-0 is not a record. 0-0-0 is not a record at all. 0-1 is a record. That means you lost, son. Okay.
I'm training for it right now, and I got a lot of important people coming in to train to help me. I'm not gonna give up on this, y'all. Like, this was just a stepping stone in my career and in my fighting career, especially. But with a lot of training and a lot of visibility and a lot of listening and a lot of like just determination, like I think that we can come back and be 1-1, right? And then we could be, 2-1 and.
Sonya, I don't know why you didn't swallow your son. I don't know why.
3-1, 30-1, 51. Like all of those dreams could come true, but we gotta just fight through what we've been through right now. I want to thank everybody for supporting me through this loss. It was tough, but thank you to all of my team that supported me, especially Andy and Creators Inc. and the team. To help me build Victor Ortiz, Rampage, Wine Tribe, Rainbow, Bassin, Truth, Bari, everybody. I'm in training for it right now. It's just been a rough road, but prepare for my next fight. Get ready for it. It's happening. I'm in training right now. We're coming back in 2.5 months for a bigger fight with a bigger fucking MMA star. It's gonna be way harder than the nigga I just fought. So y'all stay tuned. We're super excited about it. We just closed the deal. Training starts on Monday, so get ready. I'm on
You
one.
realize you have to win in order to make the money from the deal, right? Okay.
And I think we could take it to 1-1 and into the future beyond. All right, stay tuned. Thank you guys. And let's go.
I had a perfect record, 0-0-0. I took an L period, so now I'm 0-1-0. I'm training harder, more focused. Just signed the contract for the next fight, August 23rd, the back-to-school brawl. I'm the headliner. Fighting at 215 pounds for the light heavyweight title. I got 3 months of training. I'm going to win this one, guys. I can feel it. Keep me in your prayers and please come on this journey with me. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'll be here with my 9-piece breast from Popeye's chicken. Oh damn! His eye is popped out of his face. You see that shit? Yeah, I saw that shit. Oh, he was just actually use his brain for some intelligence. He could still have eye. I know, right? That's what I'll be doing. The rest of us in the culture will be doing. Stay tuned and thank you for your support, and understanding. I'm gonna pull up a clip here because there's no other clip I can pull up right now that will describe this. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm trying to find this one clip here. Hang on, let's see if this is it. There was a great impression real quick. Let's see if this is the clip. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Like, this is the best way I can respond. I'm gonna give my opinion on it, obviously, my commentary and everything. But I have to play this because there's no other way to respond to Ray J except in this fashion. Okay, here we go.
Shut the fuck up.
So how many people?
Shut the fuck up.
That's right, Jay.
So how many people showed up to your meet and greet? 0.0.
Eric just goes to places where there's a lot of crowd for something else
and does a meet and greet.
and stands
kind of cool.
Stands in front of them and meets them.
Yeah, that's it. Like you go to the American Idol show and go, okay, I'm here for a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Like, he'll just go to like an OTB that has a long line.
Okay, hang on. Let me stop sharing. Once again, the screen share is pissing me off. It is doing that to me. Okay. Right, exactly. We need basic math skills here. Like, what the hell we go? What the hell we doing here? Okay, here we go.
Shut the fuck up.
That's Ray J.
So how many people showed up to your meet and greet? 0.0.
Eric just goes to places where there's a lot of crowd for
That's
something
what
else.
Ray J does. He
And
goes
stands in front of them and meets them.
Yeah, that's it. Like you go to the American Idol show and go, okay, I'm here for a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Like, he'll just go to like an OTB that has a long line and set up a desk and go, yeah, look at this, look at the turnout for my meet and greet.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to become. You're like Paris Hilton.
That's right. You just go to places where people will be.
All right, and you go, hey, I'm here. Meet me.
I'm Eric.
So where was the meet and greet again?
Welcome to the meet and greet.
At the Arco Arena in Sacramento.
Oh, and like you show up, even though it's
how many people showed up, Eric?
1,000.
0.
$50. So at the game, 50 people lined up to meet you?
They were lost.
Well, I said I lost count.
No, Fred heard a different number. What was it, Fred?
0.
But Eric, didn't you charge money for people to meet and greet you?
The money also got.
Oh my God. That's the best way to get this. Oh my God. Hang on, I'm trying to find the particular thing because Artie actually does the whole thing. Give me a moment, because I need to play the meme. Oh my God. Let me see. Is this it? Come on now, Facebook. Why are you doing this to me? Hang on. Hang on, y'all. I'm trying to see if this is it. Oh God. God, why are you? See this is how people feel when they are like editing footage. It's like, where the fuck is it? Oh God. Oh, my God. No. Okay, that's crazy work. Like it's. You know what? I'm just gonna have to, let's see here. Yeah, I can't find the thing, so I'm just gonna have to do the Animal House hang. Animal House 0.0. I'm sorry, y'all. There's a reason for this, because Ray J is that dumb, right? And being around somebody like Ray J, it'll make you feel like how I'm feeling right now. So just I'll pull it up here.
Mr. Blutowski. 0.0.
Now, that is that, but the whole skit here.
Where are the other two? Stratton and Schoenstein?
We looked everywhere, sir, but...
Never mind. It doesn't matter. Have you gentlemen seen your midterm grades yet?
Oh, they're not posted yet, sir.
I've seen them. Mr. Kroger, 2 C's, 2 D's, and an F. That's a 1.2 grade average. Congratulations, Kroger. You're at the top of the Delta Pledge class. Mr. Dorfman.
Hello.
0.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. Mr. Hoover, president of Delta House. 1.6. 4 C's and an F. A fine example you set. Daniel Simpson Day has no grade point average.
No grade point.
All courses incomplete.
0, 0, 0.
Mr. Blue.
Okay. Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blutowski. 0.0. Now I want you to tell Mrs. Stratton and Mr. Schoenstein exactly what I'm about to tell you now.
What's that, sir?
You're out. Finished at Faber, expelled. I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning. And I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I have notified your local draft boards and told them that you are now all eligible for military service. Well, out with it.
Oh.
You travel a lot for work, but that doesn't mean
You're out. You're gone. You're expelled. Out of the table. I want you out of this animal house by 9 o'clock Monday morning. That's Ray J. You really think 0.00 is a record? You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Ray J can have a career, but yet people like me and other people that don't get notices from YouTube that we don't create original content, right? They ain't out here making a fool of ourselves in real life, committing crimes, doing things that we ain't supposed to do, this, that, and third. And we're being responsible. We can't at least get to the door to have a career. I know you motherfucking lying. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Okay. Let's look at the comments here. Let's just look at the comments. Jesus! You make pressure. You make Princess Love look more and more and more and more amazing that she made the right decision by divorcing your ass. She's a poker player champion. You're nothing, sir. You're nothing. Let's look at the comments. The situation not funny, but him saying I was undisputed. I have perfect record 0-0-0 was hilarious. Not 0-0-0. Now Ray J. Not too long ago, he had everyone thinking he had 5 to 10 months to live. Now he got 5 to 10 fights. So Ray J, please, the world is going through enough. Too old to be stressing your mom out. No, please don't fight no more. Ray is still in the character from Moesha. Aren't you fighting for your life? Focus on that. Training, but with the cigarettes. No, you know, training is smokehead. Please stop. Man, I can't take him serious. Somebody tell him he can't fight. Only place you need to train for is timeout. Who cares? I thought he was one wish away from me with the Lord. Wasn't he dying? CTE. Sit down. Y'all move. I got it. I think that's the best comment right there that sums all this shit up. Y'all move. I got it. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Y'all. You're out. You're expelled. You're gone. I want you out here by 9 o'clock Monday morning. Mr. Ray. Mr. Agent. 0.0. Oh, God. Okay. Did I mention that this show is completely unscripted, by the way? Did I mention that? There's no prompter in front of me. The only prompter I have is the destinations I'm talking about. Everything else is off the top of the dome. Oh, my God. Just... Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I think I have maybe your positive news story of the day. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So you see all this, right? I'm going to show y'all your positive news story of the day. Okay. Shannon Sharp ain't the only one with a tape. Shannon Sharp ain't the only one with a tape. I repeat, Shannon Sharp ain't the only one with a tape. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment and give me one damn moment, please. Oh my God. Now, YouTube, what I'm about to play, I don't condone it. I don't allow it. I don't accept it. Okay? Like I said, Jill Scott was the president. I will gladly be on trial. If yes, I have had sex with the president. Y'all interrupted my time. I will gladly do that. Okay, listen. President needs the outlet too, hell. But anyway, with that being said, but at least me and Jill Scott both be single, right? So it's consensual and everything and this, that, and third. But what I'm about to play for y'all, right? What I'm about to play for y'all, what I'm about to play for y'all, what I'm about to play for all of you, a little bit different. Just a little different. Just a little different. Just a little different. Y'all remember when Shannon Sharp had his clip? You know, he had his moment clipped all around the world, you know, with Michelle. Well, he's not the only one. He's not the only one. This You can't make up what's on this show at all. I swear to God, you can't. Okay. All right. So let me refresh this. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's all be positive in the fact that this ain't us. Okay, let's all be positive here. Here we go. Call on him. He's on the main line. Tell him what you want. Can you imagine if you're the mayor of Atlanta? Wait, what's going on? Wait, hang on a second. Wait, hang on. Mayor Lee, no, I need to hear what is going on here. Now I get to the door. Bitch, you pounding again? I told you the only pounding that need to be happening is that gavel in that courtroom. Get y'all asses out of here. Right damn now. Well, Mr. Lee, don't you fuck Jill Scott in the mayor's office? She's single. That's different. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your show today. I don't know well. We went from a whole airline coming to the United States to ending with a woman being pounded in her chambers. Wow, she was pounded in her chambers as he was going through her chambers. You know what? Let me get off this damn internet. Anyway, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love. Get it right back to you. I'll see y'all tonight. I'll see y'all tonight for Roll at 6 p.m. Okay, give me some time to watch the episode. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff to talk about on the internet. Just find it. Be about it and execute. Damn. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time.